I got
I'll do it.
So Ponyboy's gonna do the intro. I was warming you up. You need to go.
Oh, I want to do the intro?
Yeah, no, I told you. You said, I'm going to
ladies
do
and
the
gentlemen,
intro,
it is
and I was
another
like,
week of the Midweek Meltdown. Okay, Midweek Meltdown right now. Special guest, Tom Simon. Hit that button. Bring that man in. We got a lot to talk about.
Oh, it's Tom fucking Simon.
Yeah, I actually had my
Mr.
my middle name changed to that because everybody go, oh, that fucking Simon is just a piece of shit.
So
So-
are we gonna play a game of Simon Says tonight?
Pony boy.
That's all right. That's
Oh.
all right.
So, Mr. Tom Simon, thank you so much for coming on tonight. Massive congratulations to you. You are receiving the hold on. Pete, I gotta say his last name probably wrong. The Pete Paris Award?
Nope. Parisi.
Did I say it wrong?
It was
I
an
said it
Italian.
Parisi.
St. Louis Italiano.
Hey,
That's a
listen, I'm an Irish German. I'm an Irish German. Just because the flags look somewhat similar, we can't pronounce anything. But no, you are receiving the Tom Parisi Award.
Pete.
Yeah, I did it that time.
Pete Parisi.
Pete. Damn, I know what. Hold on.
His name is Tom.
Screwing up.
I'm
You're
Tom.
supposed to take the main line here, and I'm upset with you. Now, I haven't said the name, obviously, because I'll fuck it up. But, I'm upset with you.
Who?
Okay, listen. I'm not going to have two Toms coming
Him?
at me tonight.
Stop it.
I didn't do it. I didn't do
It's a
it.
Tom Fest, baby.
Me.
Yep.
It's a Tom fact.
So anyway,
Well, he's a better looking Tom than you. Anyways.
Oh, I
you're
don't
receiving
disagree.
the award.
That's not
We
disagreeable.
kind of went. Okay. It's quiet time for him. I just muted him. So you are receiving the award. For those of the listeners and watchers don't know what it is, can you give us a little bit of a we kind of went over it in the pre-show, but if you can give them a little brief review or overview of what it is.
certainly. First of all, thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it. I've done the media tour. This is podcast number 8 out of 9 that I've done. But I know I'm going to have more fun here than I had on the other ones because they were all tight asses.
Well,
no,
we're
that ain't
the
us.
best
Anyway,
podcast.
All right,
running.
the Pete Parisi
This
Award.
is Tom's ass. That's Tom's ass.
Okay, I'm sorry I'm complimenting our podcast. So that's Tom
he's
Simon.
muted.
No, I'm not.
So anyway, the Pete Parisi
Anyways.
Award is
Anyways, okay.
the award that's given to someone who has contributed to the business in independent wrestling in the St. Louis area. They've got the wrestlers, they've got referee award, but this is for somebody that's basically done it all.
Well, fucking
and,
deserved too.
and it is a blessing for me because I'm very proud of where I started, and I didn't start in wrestling. I started in 1976, about 20 years before all you little snots were born.
Were you guys like
1976,
Flintstoning your cars?
I was born long before that, but 1976 at the Kiel Auditorium in St. Louis, I became the youngest announcer for the Midwest Thunderbirds roller derby team.
That's
Now, the
fucking-
Thunderbirds were on TV in the Midwest, and along with the Philadelphia Warriors, the New York Chiefs, and all of that. But the Thunderbirds were the home team in the Midwest. We were at Kiel Auditorium in St. Louis. We were at the International Amphitheater in Chicago, where AWA ran a lot of their shows. and we
Throwing it back.
We'd hit it way. I mean, we'd go Hammond, Indiana, Cincinnati, Columbus, Louisville, Memphis. You know, the whole Midwest. We'd do those shows on Saturday night, and then on Sunday we'd come to the Keel in St. Louis on Sunday afternoon, and we'd be there every Sunday afternoon. And so I did that for a number of years. Worked with roller derby, and I've announced in some of the greatest arenas in the world. The Spectrum in Philadelphia, the Philadelphia Arena, the Igloo in Pittsburgh, Riverfront Coliseum in Cincinnati, the Mid-South Coliseum in Memphis. Keel Auditorium has always been my favorite, though, because it had. The great thing about the Keel is there were two separate buildings. There was the Keel Opera House, which is now the Stiefel Opera House, I think. And then there was this huge firewall in between them, between the Opera House and the auditorium. And the Keel Auditorium had the entranceway up on the stage that was used for both sides. When they'd have concerts, they'd have the band on, that played at the Keel, they'd have the band up on the stage, and there'd be, seats everywhere.
So they essentially just walked straight up.
Well, it wasn't quite that easy, because when you came out the entranceway, there was a very long ramp that went down to the arena floor, and so it was easy for all the roller derby folks because they just rolled down the ramp. Yeah. But that's also where the wrestlers came in. They didn't have two separate entrances or anything else. Like, a lot of the smaller promotions would have an entrance for the heels and an entrance for the baby faces. Mm-hmm. But everybody came out of one. And it was always the heel would come out, and then the referee would come out, and then the baby face would come out. And they'd all go to the ring, and the announcer, who for years was Larry Matisick, who became the TV voice of the St. Louis Wrestling Club. I knew Larry for years.
You know what's crazy about Larry? Is he, like, not to interrupt you, but he was on Colt Cabana's podcast.
Yeah.
Like, I remember that. That was pretty crazy. We're better than Colt Cabana, but, like.
I worked with Colt Cabana.
Shut up.
And Hardcore Holly.
Whoa! I think Hardcore
Holly. Okay, time out. I got to ask this. Yes.
What's that?
Was he actually as big of a. Was Hardcore Holly as big of a dick as everybody claims him to be?
That was what I was going to ask.
He worked stiff. Mm-hmm. But everybody knew that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they said, okay, give a chop, take a chop. Mm-hmm. And so they went, hi, Jim. Ladies and gentlemen,
hello,
the president of the,
this is Jim Harris.
of the Independent St. Louis Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Jim was on, and Luke Roberts were on the first episode of this press tour. This is what we could call it now.
Yeah,
Mr. Jim Harris, it was a pleasure having you on. Good to see you, sir.
I look forward to Black Excellence.
So Hardcore Holly and Colt Cabana worked a match together in Waterloo, Iowa. And the reason I bring it up is because this weekend coming up is the Thez Tragos Hall of Fame and their reunion. It's great. It's a great time. Unfortunately, I can't make it this year because I'm working. I still work.
You would sell out the arena.
I want to say this real quick though. If my research is correct, going off my little
little cheat sheet that with a grain of salt.
You are also, I do believe, I think I wrote it wrong, but you were part of that Hall of Fame as well?
No, I've attended.
Maybe I wrote it wrong.
I spent a few years up there. In fact, I have one. If you look at my profile page on Facebook, it was a picture that was taken there, and it was taken with two guys, Dax and God, I'm getting old. But the guys worked as baby faces in WWE, and now they're heels in AEW. I want to say
FTR?
revival.
FTR.
No,
Yeah,
it's FTR. It's
Yeah.
Dax and
Yeah.
I don't want to say Heartwood, but yeah, I know what you're talking. Yep.
Well, it's
But
Dax
anyway,
Harwood.
those guys were there. We had a
Dax Harwood.
pizza party on Thursday night, and they were there, and everybody was there. And so we went Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. The year that the last time I attended was the year that Booker T made the Hall of Fame up there, and was he and Charmel were there, and it was 5-time, and
5-time, and it's Queen Charmel. Not to correct you, but it's Queen Charmel.
and King.
You gotta get the
See, my
pinky
hair
up.
won't
You gotta
go.
get the pink.
About as far as mine go, though.
So anyway,
There's the pinky.
So the Tragos Hall of Fame, Anthez Hall of Fame, is this weekend. The first time I was up there was a robe that was hung up, and it said on the back it said scrap iron, and it was Adam Pearce's robe.
Oh, that's
crazy.
Scrap Daddy.
yeah, and
Adam
It's
Adam
clean.
and Adam told me a story about that robe. He says, my mom made that robe for me. And it's now in the Thez Tragos Hall of Fame. They've got memorabilia.
Oh, wow.
One time in your life, you get a chance to go to Waterloo, Iowa. They've upgraded the facilities a little bit. The hotel's a little bit nicer. But and it's a short walk to the Hall of Fame. They have...
Pony Boy, I know what we're doing next time I come down.
And it's not far for
I'm
you
down.
guys.
I want to
No,
kind of
no.
As long as you go
not
to
at
Quad
all.
Cities and
Well,
then
see,
boom,
Tom-
you're almost there.
It's far from
Tom
Montana.
is in Helena, Montana. Tom's in Helena, Montana.
Okay.
But
I
visit
I
frequently.
remember a wrestler by the name of Helena Heavenly.
Really? Was she from Montana?
No, she was from Cincinnati. In fact, she
Okay.
was Nigel McGuinness's valet.
That's still fucking cool as shit.
It is.
Nigel-
It is. It's great.
Nigel
It's
needs
great.
to wrestle again. Just saying. He
Did. He did
No,
last
I
year.
mean WWE because he's in it still, right? He's on.
No,
NXT.
he's in AEW. He's an announcer for
Oh
AEW.
shit! Okay.
Yeah, I know you're getting that confused with Nick Aldis.
Oh, okay.
Nick,
Okay,
Nick
sorry,
is probably going to end up working Gunther sometime in the next year.
Oh my God. Okay, so
I'm a Gunther, Mark.
we have a guest. He puts that bratwurst in his mouth like Kobayashi
Stop.
on the 4th of July.
Stop. He's proven himself.
Real
It's
quick,
not
we have
just
another
bratwurst in the mouth.
soon-to-be guest, Nikki. Oh, I can't say the last name ever.
O'Shaughnessy, for God's
Nikki
sake.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Oh, I can't read.
Well, we know Pony
also
Boy can't
have-
read. Come on now.
We also have a gentleman that knows how to announce. So I mean, like, you
That's
know.
right.
This
I
is
have-
true. His
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
So-
We can't say name right, but you are the
Yeah.
master of it.
I've got the.
I promise.
See, I get to party with Nikki and all the rest of the Hall of Famers next weekend. Not this
Okay,
weekend.
listen,
coming
time
up
out.
the next weekend.
I do have to say this. I wish we were there.
That was a mistake.
And I do like to, not to cut anybody off. I always shout out to an independent wrestler named Matt Creed, who's part of the Rocket Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions group, the Youth Gone Wild. Because he actually passed our the Youth Gone Wild. I'll put it to you this way, Tom. Every time they've come on, it's Youth Gone Wild 2, My Liver 0. That's
Okay.
where we're leaving it.
And
What, do
then
you have to
Tom
drink a
won
beer every
because
time
all
you
I do
screw
is
up,
argue
Pony
the whole
Boy?
time.
You got to drink a beer every time you screw up?
Yeah, something like that. But
Okay.
no. So he passed our name along to Luke. Luke got a hold of me, and I will say this has been an absolute blast. I cannot. Hopefully, we get to do it next year. I just wish we would have known about it, because then I would have switched my vacation time to actually come down there next week and see it. But
Yes.
next time.
And I hate it because I did too.
We all would have had fun.
I am actually not in St. Louis right now. In fact, I haven't lived in the St. Louis area for 20 years, but I
Not to
still
reveal
work in
too
the
much,
Midwest.
but what state?
Pardon?
What, like, not to reveal too much because I don't want to put your shit out there, but what state?
Doesn't
Doesn't
bother
matter?
me. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
And it was actually my second wife that made me where I am today. I live in Hot Springs, Arkansas.
Oh, okay.
Beautiful place.
Yeah.
I live 2 blocks away from Oaklawn Racetrack,
Oh.
and I'm about 2 miles away from the best kept secret in amusement park lore, a place called Magic Springs.
Hold on, wait,
Theme
you got
and
my
Water
attention
Park.
No, shut. What was it called?
Magic Springs Theme and Water Park.
Oh, okay.
And
I'm
it's
a
got
big
a great
theme
water park.
bitch.
We have concerts every Saturday night.
Road
In
trip.
fact,
Road trip.
We've had some great artists throughout the history, throughout the last 20 years that I've been there. It's just unbelievable. Clay Walker will be playing not this Saturday, but next Saturday. Crowder played.
Look at
4th of July.
Calvin's face. Look at that face.
Crowder played 4th of July, and did a church service the next morning, last Sunday morning.
Hell yeah.
It's
So-
just an
so
awesome
I'm-
place. And I got to give them a plug because
gonna
I've worked for them
propose-
22 years, and still been able to do
I'm
all of
going
my
to
wrestling shit.
propose the TLC podcast takes a weekend vacation to Arkansas and goes to this theme park with the one and only Tom Simon.
I was going
What
to
you
say
want to
that.
do is you want to plan it like the first week in May, because the racetrack will host the biggest Kentucky Derby party in Arkansas on the
Is
Saturday.
that with the big hats?
And yeah, they had
That's the
hats.
Kentucky Derby.
And
Fuck,
then
I'm buying a
on
hat.
Sunday, and then on Sunday it's opening day for the theme park.
So it's dead.
But it's just a great time all over. I've lived in Hot Springs for 22 years now. I have worked in the wrestling business all this time. Moving back from roller derby, I worked my first promotion in St. Louis. A guy called Steve Murphy was the promoter, and he had a hotline for his promotion. It was called the MVWA hotline. He would, it was sponsored by the Post-Dispatch newspaper. They had this massive hotline where you could get news, weather, you could get all the sports you want to know, stock prices, and they had 2 lines for wrestling. One of them was Blackjack Brown's National Wrestling Report, and the second one was the MVWA hotline for the Mississippi Valley Wrestling Alliance, which
What year
Steve was the
this?
owner and promoter.
I've called hotline, so I've like the WCW hotline, called it several times back in the day. What year was this? Is what I'm curious
98.
about. Yeah, that was the time.
Right around that was the time every hotline was
It was booming.
hot.
Yeah,
And so Steve did this one day. Because I called it every day. I always enjoyed listening to it. And he says, if you're interested in getting in the business, we're going to have tryouts this Saturday at Occasions in Lime, and we'll start at 1 in the afternoon. And if you pass the tryout, you may get a spot in the show, the house show that we're going to have that night.
Crazy.
And so I said, I've refereed high school basketball, football, high school wrestling. I've done all these sports. I said, and I've watched wrestling for years. I could do that. I've been in the business with roller derby. I said, I can do that. So I come in, I walk into the place, I got striped shirt, black pants, black shoes. I looked the part. I said, you got to look the
Rock
part
and roll,
at least.
baby. Ready to go.
You gotta look
Make it
professional.
till you make it.
So they walked in. Yeah, I walked in, and Steve goes, "Nice costume. It's not Halloween yet." I said, "I don't play around. I'm the referee." He says, "Okay, get in the ring. Let's see you work." So they put two guys that were trying out in the ring, and I'm in there and I'm making the counts and everything else. And he says, "You did pretty good. You want to work the show tonight?" I said, "Sure. How much does it pay?" And he says, "I'll take care of you." And to this day, Steve Murphy has always taken care of me. I worked that night. The main event, and you guys are gonna freak out, was the brother of Luke Roberts,
Ooh.
Billy Bob.
Yeah.
He had bib overalls on, and he faced a guy that you probably have had on the podcast recently. It was a guy named The Beast.
Ah!
It was the
I'm a
main
huge
event.
Beast.
Speaking of,
It was the main event, and the match was Fans Bring the Weapons. Now, fans bring
we
the
heard.
weapons.
Is this the Scorpion bout? Is this
No.
about the Scorpions?
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
No. This was the first match that I worked for the MVWA. And, you figure, Fans Bring the Weapons. There's a kendo stick here and a wiffle ball bat there and, just a few things. No. They were sick and twisted St. Louis fans. They brought cabinet speakers, VCR,
Yep.
dirty diapers,
What?
Christmas ornaments.
Okay, that's cool. I get that one. Dirty diapers?
Well, it
Just
just
someone with a 2-year-old beast.
It was
dirty diapers.
it looked like shit, but it was actually peanut butter in there.
Still.
But it looked
Oh,
like runny baby shit.
Oh, I was gonna say chocolate.
Oh, God.
So-
And for real
This
quick,
is the-
for our
this is
younger, real quick, Tom.
Go ahead.
Okay. I was
This
going to
is
say,
the-
for our younger listeners on the show, what VCRs are the original DVD and blue
Video cassette recorders.
Did you guys do tape trading? Side note.
Oh, everybody did tape trading.
I
back
did
then.
tape trading, and I was like 9,
Yeah.
and I still did it. Yeah.
So, the first match that I worked for MVWA was Fans Bring the Weapons main event. Nobody, the announcers didn't know me because they missed the production meeting, but I was referee Tom because they couldn't, they didn't want to screw my last name up.
Oh yeah.
And I worked it, and I called it
Respectfully.
straight. I was walking around the outside of the ring because it was a Fans Bring the Weapons match, and they were supposed to beat the hell out of each other. At the pre-designated time, they told me, get in the ring because Beast is just about to get pinned. I said, okay, I'll get in the ring. So Billy Bob takes this metal shelf,
Jesus
hits it
fucking
on the
Christ.
ground. I'm standing behind him, and he swings it back and clocks me right in the forehead. With
And
this
that
metal
was back
shelf.
in the day where you just took it.
And he says, "Don't move." I said, "Okay." So I go back. I'm down on the ground in the ring, and Murphy and about 3 other guys are trying their best to drag me out of the line of fire. I'm just laying there. I'm out. and they're trying to do splash water in my face and everything else. And at the right time, I finally woke up, and Billy Bob was going to hit Beast with this VCR. And he was pissed because nobody was popping for it. He got the referee or the announcer mic. And he says, "Come on, you guys ought to make more noise than that." And blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, Beast takes the VCR from him, smacks him on the head. He falls back and lands right between my legs, his head.
Meeting
Beast
of the minds?
was about to come over. They yanked me out of the way, the rest of the way, slapped me on the face. I roll over. Beast is laying on him, and I count 1, 2, 3, and it's all over. And I'm just doing this the whole time. And they helped me back to the dressing room, and they helped Billy Bob back to the dressing room. But that was my first match with the NWA.
So I got to ask a question, and I ask this to all of our special guests, and everybody's reasoning and answers pretty much the same, but it's slightly different. What got you to love the business of wrestling?
I watched wrestling as early as I can remember. They had great wrestling on TV in St. Louis, and
it's funny because
I watch it every Sunday
realizing
morning, and it was like I knew these guys. These were like family to me. Dick the Bruiser, Lou Thez, Pat O'Connor. You get some pretty heavyweights there. And all of these guys that would come in, Harley would come in, and it was just
Dusty.
You were looking at. Is that Bruiser?
I'm a big Dusty guy. No,
that's Dusty.
Dusty. That's the American Dream, baby.
The American Dream. The American Dream, if you will. If you will. But I just watched it forever, and I always followed it. And so when I got a chance to get in the business, I jumped on it. So I worked in St. Louis. I moved to Cincinnati, met up with Les Thatcher, because he ran HWA in Cincinnati. That's how I know Nigel and Helena Heavenly. A couple of years I was in Cincinnati. Then I moved down here to Hot Springs. So I was working, from St. Louis. I worked in St. Louis for a few years. Worked in a lot of promotions in St. Louis. Gateway Championship Wrestling. I actually did one night with MMWA, which is South Broadway. There were some other promotions in town that I worked for, along with MVWA. And when I moved to Arkansas, I said, well, that's the end of my wrestling, because they weren't running much down there.
Yeah.
But there was a guy that called me. His name is Steve Sharp. The Atomic Dog, Steve Sharp, was one of our champions for MVWA. Happened to be working in Arkansas for a guy named Matt Riviera and a guy named Bill Ash. Now, Bill Ash is well known in the business for junior heavyweight. As a junior heavyweight, he also was the best bootmaker at that time that money could buy. I still have, to this day, a pair of Bill Ash boots. So
I've heard of the name. I've heard of the name.
Steve calls me and says, "Hey, I need you to come see this promotion, because I respect your opinion. I'd like your opinion on how their shows run and things like that." And he says, "Can you make it on this date?" I said, "Yeah, I can." He says, "Okay, come on up in the afternoon. We'll get some, we'll have pizza and stuff there, and bring your stuff." Of course, you never travel anywhere. If you're in the business, you never travel anywhere without your stuff. Get a chance to, because you may get a chance to work.
Yeah.
You work, you make money. You make gas money at least to get back home.
Yeah.
And so I went in that day, and Steve says, they were working. He and the other guy, Bruiser, somebody or the other, fat blonde kid. That's what I called him.
Me.
Because they were just
Yes.
working out some spots, and he blew up then in the afternoon. And Steve looks over at me. He says, "You're working the main event." I said, "Oh, okay." You want to introduce me to the promoter at least, and so I can meet him? And so after they finished up, working their stuff out in the ring, he introduced me to Bill. He introduced me to Matt, and I ended up working that night. And they had one referee that did every match usually. He says, and Matt goes, "I want to start using 2 referees. How's your calendar?" I said, I'm relatively available, especially if the money's right. He says, "Well, we're going to start doing TV." And Matt Riviera is a millionaire. He and his dad own the 2 sand and gravel businesses in Russellville, Arkansas. And they had at least 50% of the state contracts for highway building, and they would provide, they'd have all of that stuff. So needless to say, between his dad and him, they had a lot of the contracts in the business. And so he had money to spend on his hobby, which was professional wrestling. He wanted to be, a bigger star, but being the promoter, he put himself over, and that was okay because he paid everybody nicely. So I started working for Matt. We did we'd done TV for about 5 or 6 years, and he would always bring guys in. He brought Dave Taylor in to do workouts with the guys in the company, work them out and things like that. He'd fly Dave in for the weekend. Guy that worked with us just so many times, and I loved him dearly. Beautiful Bobby Eaton. Bobby worked with us. In fact, the first TV shows that we did, we'd tape the matches, but then we'd do studio work. And the studio for TCW, which was Traditional Championship Wrestling, was my living room. Because I lived by myself, so it was easy at the time. And so they did the backdrop. Chris Cruz, great guy, and he used to work at WCW quite a bit, but he was he worked for Voice of America, and he thought that was hot shit, and it's not.
Mildly.
And the other guy that did color almost the whole run, was a guy by the name of Brian Thompson. Now Brian had his own promotion in Arkansas, but he came in and did the heel analyst, and he became real good friends with Bobby Eaton. Bobby Eaton and Greg Anthony, who was the Golden Boy from Dyersburg, Tennessee. They put a tag team together, and Brian was the manager, and the name of the tag team was Midnight Gold, because you had Bobby Eaton from the Midnight Express, and you had the Golden Boy Greg Anthony, so they called themselves Midnight Gold. And
that's actually a pretty solid tag team name. I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, and they were great. They were champions about 2/3 of the time that the company was in existence. It brought in the New Age Outlaws. He'd bring in.
Wow. You didn't know.
I worked with Jake Roberts a couple of times. Rodney, Rodney and Jazz, they'd come in and work. Diamond Dallas Page came in.
He is one of the nicest guys I've ever met, and I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I have met quite a few Hall of Famers. But Diamond Dallas Page was just so nice, and I'm going to say this right now: his yoga is incredible.
It works.
That man needs every Purple Heart award ever. But yeah, I had to say that about I just want to call him Dally. I want to call him Dallas. Like he's such a nice. He is one of the
Call him
very.
Dally.
Boy wants to call him Dally.
Yeah.
Oh come on!
No, seriously.
Oh, I see what you did there.
He told me to call him Dally. Yeah, he told me to call him Dally, which was his,
Pony
name.
Boy wants to
It,
call him
it
Dally.
wasn't really his name. His name was Page Falkenberg.
Yeah.
But everybody knows him as Diamond Dallas Page. Mickey James came in.
She's
and
a
worked
sweetheart.
With us. Cheerleader Melissa came in and worked with us. And we were in Pine Bluff, Arkansas, and I went up to the airport in Little Rock and picked her up. This other gal, as I picked her up at the airport, I saw her Hall of Fame ring, and I said, "Can I look at that?" And she says, "Here," and took it off, and she says, "Go ahead and take a picture with it." So I took a picture of me wearing her WWF Hall of Fame ring.
That's awesome.
And she was coming in to work a match between cheerleader Melissa and Malaya Hosaka.
Okay.
I love Malaya. And it was Sunny, Tammy Sitch.
Yeah.
Of course, she looks a lot different now than she used to. Hi.
This is my niece. She likes to come and say hi to the guests. He's winning a special award.
Oh,
I get to be in the Hall of
Tom.
Thank you. I get to be in the Hall of Fame. I'm so proud of that. But Sonny worked. So I got to work with a lot of people, and between them and the guys that I worked with out in Vegas, and everybody I met along the way, it was just unbelievable.
I want to go back to that. You talked about the event in Vegas, and you want to know what? As somebody who loves wrestling, and I speak on behalf of Jake and Tom, not the prettier Tom, but the other Tom.
Okay.
I want to go back into that. You were talking about one of these things in Vegas, and I think that should be publicized. I think it's a great thing.
It truly is.
Which is your backdrop. Backdrop.
This backdrop is from one of the first years that I worked the wrestling show at Cauliflower Alley Club.
Wow.
Billy Blade used to run the shows, and that was his ring. And we would fill literally the ballroom. And you see there are a lot of chairs there.
Oh yeah.
We'd work the show every year. They had a regular show. They've got a different type of show now. We're at the Plaza Hotel in downtown Las Vegas, right across from Fremont Street, and the name of the show is On the Fly. And it's probably it would take I don't know how are we doing on time.
We have all the time in the world. Listen, we normally
did
do an hour and a half.
I did 2 hours, and I did 2 hours for England. And it was great.
We could go 3.
It was great.
I'm
Anyway,
not at the camper, so I don't give a shit how long we go.
I would work the shows in Vegas. The Cauliflower Alley Club is a benevolent 501c3 organization. It raises funds to help wrestlers and people that were in the business if they're down on their luck. One of the guys that they have helped this year, just recently, they gave him some money to defray some of the costs, because a lot of the wrestlers that are out of the business now, at the time they were in the business, they didn't know how to manage their money, and they didn't have portfolios and 50, and all of these different things to set yourself up. And they didn't pay a lot of Social Security either, because they were all independent contractors. So they didn't have retirement plans. They didn't have all of this. So the Cauliflower Alley Club was set up, and this is the 60th anniversary, the 60th reunion of the Cauliflower Alley Club. And it was started back in the 50s, or in the late 50s, by Iron Mike Mazurki. And he was not only a wrestler, but he was also an actor in in Hollywood. And so between Mike and they would have boxers, retired boxers, like Joe Louis was a member. Uh, all the guys that worked out in the West Coast, and some of the stuntmen would come in because they were, it was physical business.
Yeah.
And what they would do is they'd help out guys that were literally down on their luck. Some of the ones that, that most of them they don't publicize. But there've been Blackjack Brown or Brickhouse Brown was one of the guys right before he passed away. He was really down on his luck, and so they helped him out with rent money and utilities and things like that. There's one wrestler who recently had his foot amputated, and Cauliflower Alley helped out on that because
now this is an every year thing. This is an annual event. It's open to the public.
It's open to actually. It is best to buy tickets. You need to be a member, and being a member is part of what pays these. All of the assisting, the benevolent side of CAC. I am a lifetime member, and it is the best.
Which I was gonna bring up because on my notes on your accolades, it does list a lifetime member.
It is the best $300 I ever spent in my life. Because I still
is that a year or monthly? Is it monthly or a year?
No, that's
lifetime.
$300 is at the time it was $300 and you get a lifetime membership. Now they have annual dues too, and it's caulifloweralleyclub.org. That's
a big. I've heard about the Cauliflower Club.
I think Tom caught who runs it now, because if Tom caught.
Oh, you
that Tom,
Tommy,
Mr. Gunn,
Tommy.
Oh yeah.
Did you catch who runs it, Tom?
The president of the Cauliflower Alley Club.
No, I don't. But I know. So I know Kurt Angle's in it.
Kurt's a member.
No, who runs it?
He's not on the board. The president of the Cauliflower Alley Club is B. Brian Blair.
Okay.
Now hold on. Okay. He was one of your favorite gimmicks in the past.
What
he was Killer Bees.
Oh, fuck. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. That's that. Not to sound like shit, but that's ancient wrestling that I love right there. That's okay. Cool.
Brian's the president. They have a benevolent committee that gets together once a month, and they go through requests for help, and they don't check off the box for everybody, but those who have a legitimate need for help, they usually find a way to either get their bills paid. They don't give the money directly to the person, because wrestlers,
Yeah.
They'll
that's
drink
not
it away.
diss on wrestlers.
No,
I know what you're talking about.
If they do need help, they'll provide the funds. The committee will go through every request and provide the funds to the power company, or they do some of those bills.
That's cool.
But for the most part, they're looking for those that truly gave to the business and have fallen on those hard times.
So you said Kurt Angle's on the board.
No,
what does that mean exactly?
No, he's not on the board.
There's a board of directors, but Kurt is
because I've heard him talk about it. That's where I learned.
See, Kurt and to be honest, Mick Foley got a new award last year. It was the Benevolent Award.
That's cool.
Because a percentage of all of his T-shirt sales and photo sales at all of his appearances last year a percentage of that went directly to Cauliflower Alley Club.
That's the
And by
Jesus of
the
wrestling.
end of the year, he had donated over $25,000 to the
Holy
CAC.
shit.
So real
Holy
quick,
shit.
I was looking it up on the telephone thing. What was not to kind of throw it out there? You said it was $300 when you became a lifetime member.
When I became a lifetime member, it was $300.
How much is it now?
It's not terrible. It's really not.
Okay.
Not to throw their business out there. It's $410.
That's not bad for a
$410.
lifetime.
It's $408.77 USD. And you want to know what?
Honestly,
And
I might sign up for that.
Now, the reason they say USD is because we have a lot of Canadians
I
I
want to know
that are members and lifetime members.
I bet.
The annual dues are
around 40. So it's not terrible.
So-
And this,
No, I
this
almost
is
wanna
a
pay for
cause. But you want to know what though? Why not a little bit of overtime at the rail yard? Let's go.
when you
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
you
You get commission for recruiting new members because
No, I
I'll
don't.
put your name down.
No, but the thing is, if you're seriously interested in and it gives you not only the membership, okay, it doesn't pay for the reunion tickets,
Yeah.
but those are like for this year, I think it's $160.
That's not
Okay,
fair.
but that includes your Sunday night show, which is a separate thing from the actual official reunion. It covers the seminars. It allows you to come into the ballroom during the day on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, and there will be vendors, lots of vendors that are, they sell their gimmicks.
Yeah.
The last time, 2 years ago, I had my picture taken with Jerry Jarrett, and Jerry Jarrett is Jeff Jarrett's dad. Jerry Jarrett was the one that actually owned Mid-South Wrestling before.
I am more upset.
Side
I
note,
haven't
Pony
heard
Boy.
about this.
Side
before
note. Hold on. How old is he? Because he's got to be like not even.
Well,
a
no,
shit
he's
on.
passed away. He passed away the last.
Yeah, I
couple
was gonna
years.
say I knew he passed away, but like,
Yeah.
fuck, he was an old man. He took a lot of abuse.
Yeah. Well, he was the promoter. He didn't.
Oh, I know, but I mean,
Yeah.
still, shit.
Yeah.
Like,
The,
wow. though.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be a member. I'm
gonna do it right now,
more
too.
upset at myself that I didn't know about this.
Well, and that's part of the problem is it's not something that a lot of people outside of the business talk about. But
Okay,
a lot
no.
of people in the
They
business
should.
definitely talk about it. And to finish up the week, on Tuesday night, they have the Bologna Blowout or the Bockwinkel Blowout, and they'll give away half of the awards that they're giving away they'll do that the first night. And then on Wednesday night, they do the big award, the Iron Mike Award and the Luthez Award. They will do those. There's a referees award. Charlie Smith was a referee in Tennessee and Alabama and Mississippi. He worked for years and years, and everybody knew Charlie. If you worked in the South, everybody knew Charlie. But they've had Billy Silverman's getting the referees award this year. I've seen some of the awards have been announced, and it is unbelievable.
That's it, Tom. That's it.
No, I know. I'm just showing the audience.
Yeah, and the thing is, you get both of the meals. You get the opportunity to go to seminars that are run. There was a referee seminar a couple of years ago. There was a TV announcer seminar. And we had Jim Ross and Lance Russell and Jerry Lawler was on the dais,
Wow.
and a couple other guys. talking about,
Jesus.
doing TV announcing for wrestling.
Yeah.
And most of it was historical, but I understand that Jim Ross has been really sick.
Yeah.
And
He had cancer, right?
but he is getting out of the hospital, and he's missed a couple of years. And one thing that he was the host of the banquets for years and years, and he looked out in the crowd and he said, "All of you here are members. But I know that for each of you here, there are 10 guys that you work with in the business that aren't members. And what I have to ask you is, if you're a member, good for you. But if you're not a member of this organization that does all of these good things, why not?
Exactly.
Because it
You know
comes
what? And-
back to you."
I'm
You
more
know what?
upset.
Side note, Ponyboy. Before you talk, I
Go ahead.
obviously live in Helena, Montana, right? I'm not going to make those events. Let's be honest here. I am so proud. Like, I just bought it now. I am so proud to help wrestlers. I'm so proud to help you guys. I'm so worth it. I just spent $400.
You're a member before
I know
I
that's
am?
going to somebody.
Son of a bitch.
What?
That's all right. They're both dated the same. And
Yeah,
you will
but-
get a membership certificate.
Well, yeah, and I mean it's all cool, but like if I can support people that are injured, that need help, money well spent. That ain't shit.
One
to me.
of the guys that received not only help, but also received award last year. It was the Perseverance Award, and they gave it to Chris Bay. Now, I don't know if you guys know who Chris Bay is. He
So
was a
much
wrestler
familiar.
he was a wrestler for TNA
Yeah.
who
if he's
who broke his
the one I'm
neck.
thinking of.
He broke
Yes!
his neck.
Oh, my-
and
Doing a shooting star press, right?
Yes, I remember.
Was paralyzed, and you talk about touching somebody. I had the blessing and the privilege to see Chris Bay walk up the ramp to the stage to
Wow.
accept his award last year. The
Wow.
place went nuts.
I would have
watched-
gone nuts. Jesus.
And I got my
I
picture
watched
taken
an
with him
interview he did.
after the banquet was over. I've had so many. If you ever get, my name is.
Well, I'll be down there.
My name is on
I think this is
the
gonna be
post, the
something we're gonna
Facebook post.
adventure into.
It's Tom SEIB. I have pictures from Cauliflower Alley Club from years and years. My phone. Where's my phone?
In your
it's my
pocket?
phone. Oh
It's-
shit! No, it's right here.
No, I would call it, but I don't have your number.
There you go. Well,
Oh,
I
It,
gotta.
it's
Yeah,
blending
no.
in.
It's blood. It's fucking.
It's
All right, you can't
Oh, there it is.
see
Okay.
it real well,
You see, man,
Is
man
that
in
him
suit.
here?
I can see the.
huh?
It's not it.
Is that
Go
Adam
ahead.
Pierce?
No, that's
Okay.
not Adam.
I saw a bald guy, and I was like, oh,
Well,
it's blending in so hard.
yeah, I know because
Wait, message to the Tables Ladders chat.
Yeah. Message us. We can throw it up on screen.
well, it's my my
This is lock screen.
yeah my
Oh,
screen
okay.
lock,
Okay.
but I've got it somewhere.
And you
How
know
would
what?
I-
It really bothers me that with all of the atomic boom, if you will, of wrestling and independent wrestling, that I have never seen anybody like a Chris Van Zant or a Busted Open podcast do anything with this great of a cause. Now again,
Jake,
Why did he ignore it?
Jake was out here. Well,
Like, that's
because they've got their head up everybody else's ass.
I know what.
no. I want it.
There's that.
Well,
Yeah,
listen,
Like
I
I, said,
want
I
my
just
head
became
up.
a lifetime member. I just became a lifetime member because I live in Helena, Montana. I'm not going to make any of a lot
You're
of
close.
events. Let's
You're
just
close
be
to
honest with
Vegas.
you. Let's be honest though. Like in general, I can support these people who I watch and treasure. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
and you know what you're
Cody,
saying? Chris Bay
Yes, sir.
coming up and walking up.
I'm sending you, Pony Boy, I'm sending you a picture. This is from 2015 or 2016.
Say, Pony Boy,
Yeah.
transfer that over to the group chat. We can upload it.
Yeah,
real quick.
we can screen share it.
Yep. Working on it. I'm getting there. Hey,
Jake,
look,
are you gonna do it, or you want me to do it?
I know who that. You look great, by
I'm
the
on
way.
it.
That's
you
10
look,
years
sir,
ago. That's
You
like 10
look
years ago.
phenomenal.
Yeah, from when I was, I am.
Hey,
I'm
you
about
wanna
80.
know what-
I'm
I-
about
You
80
still look
pounds
good.
lighter.
Don't sell yourself short, baby.
I'm about 80 pounds lighter, but than I was.
That is amazing. And I know who the other guy is.
You
I've
know who
met
the other
him.
guy is too?
I've met him, and I definitely had a nice day.
Yep.
Jake, you might have to bring it up. My internet's being slow.
Well, I'm at my camper, so I don't know how much better I'll be.
I didn't get Cody's message yet, but it's just Montana. Yeehaw.
Cody, are you doing it in the Facebook or?
Okay.
Oh God, there's a couple.
This
He's
is
sending me a couple.
this is early CAC.
Do I say do it through Facebook because that'd be the easiest.
Oh, do it through Facebook. Okay, fine. I'm gonna send you two of them. One
You
of them.
can't
Oh my
do it
God.
on Snapchat. What are you, silly?
I'm
Well,
not on
do it on Facebook, I
Snapchat.
can- I'm logged in on Facebook on my laptop already, so
You
it's
need to
easier.
get a Snapchat because you'd have thousands of followers.
Listen,
Like, I mean,
one of them I respect, but the other one is on my Mount Rushmore of wrestlers. Speaking
Yeah.
of that, before we get farther into this, and you want to know what? Fuck the time frame. We're gonna go. We're gonna milk this cow as much as we want. I
We're going
do-
over an
time
hour.
frame ain't shit.
Oh fuck yes, absolutely. I'm having.
We
you wanna know
ignore the
what?
time frame.
And I like and you want to know what? Like I said, I kind of said this earlier, and I like to reiterate myself every week. We are wrestling fans. We're wrestling nerds, and the fact that we get to be a part of a Hall of Fame to this, magnitude, we get to hear the stories from the men and women who paved the way for what we get to enjoy now.
Yeah.
I am beyond blessed. I'm beyond humbled. I'm going to shout out to Luke Roberts again. Thank you so much. I'm going to all the
I'm
previous
going to
guests
shout
we've
out
had
Tom
on.
Simon for a minute.
I didn't
so
get
much
there
for being
yet.
on here.
I haven't gotten to him
I'm
yet.
sorry. I'm progressive.
But you
Tom,
want to
I appreciate you. Thank you for
Yeah.
being on. Seriously.
yes.
Guys, it's my pleasure, and I appreciate.
Oh, there
we
you
all
go.
know who that-
people-
That's
There you go.
Roddy Piper. Holy shit. That's one of my favorites. That's
This
fucking
was
cool.
back in about 2016. Yeah, I weighed a little bit more then.
No, you look great, man.
You look great.
But,
Yeah.
yeah,
No,
I-
actually.
But the great thing about it is you get to meet these people, and they just do not hesitate. I'm
And you
I'm looking,
Wow.
I'm looking for that.
Look at
Yeah.
that. So
I'm really digging the Hawaiian shirt. It's really
Yeah,
Magnum
I was
PI.
gonna say,
Well,
Your
see,
hands.
and that was the night of the baloney blowout. We would all wear Hawaiian shirts.
I love
course,
that.
I have
shirts
a
nowadays.
couple Hawaiian shirts.
My
I have
Hawaiian
a lot.
shirts nowadays are so much classier. I mean, this was a Walmart special or something. I can't even remember.
I'm gonna take a question. I'm gonna take this moment. Our follower Joseph. Have y'all
She
had a
gets no
female
pussy.
guest on the? No, we have not. But you want to know what? You're gonna tune in next week because we will break that. We will have the first brave enough woman wrestler, soon to be Hall of Famer, on this podcast next week. Stay tuned. But I do have to ask, and you kind of touched on it.
You
How?
talking to me?
I'm
Are you
talking to you.
me?
I'm talking to you. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to make this statement real quick. What you just heard was Mr. Tom Simon giving some of his acting credibility, because I did find out that our special guest, the jack of all trades,
Tom
you know,
Simon.
Tom Simon, is one of those guys who can do literally everything.
Yeah,
But
no, it blew
you want to
my
know what? I
mind.
do want to make it a point, Jake and Mr. Tommy Guns. I do want to make it a point to say thank you, not only for coming on our show tonight, but
Your sacrifices.
For being a veteran of this country. We just had
Yes.
the 250th birthday of this great nation, and we want to say thank you from all of our hearts to you. Thank you for your service. Thank you for everything you've done for this country. So, in honor of that, gentlemen, raise your glasses or your cans. This is to
PBR,
Tom
baby.
Simon. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
I'm gonna cheers my camera.
It is my pleasure, guys. I've had a long life,
And we
I-
love hearing it. Is side note, but-
and one of the things. Oh, I gotta send you this one. And
Pass it on by. I'll get it up.
And here you may not know who this person is. In fact,
Hold on, I'm gonna get.
I'm a
sure.
wrestling connoisseur. I'm not saying I won't know who it is, but I'm. You could ask Pony Boy and Jake. I'm the historian here.
All right, before I even go any further, I know who it is. I know the face.
No.
Well, you're
don't.
spoiling it because none of us have seen it.
Yeah, you son of a bitch.
Send it quick before you make comments.
That's
Come on.
Mr. Son of a Bitch to you.
Well, you know,
We're on the same podcast. I don't have to call him Mister anymore.
Yeah.
I've known this fucker since '96.
yeah,
Pony Boy, at least
Damn, I wasn't even
'96,
born
right?
yet.
96.
Oh, I was full fucking 6-year-old full sperm Tom at that point.
Tommy has been my friend since elementary school. We wrestled together in middle school.
Well, hold
I
on.
teabagged him.
Guns. Shut up. Anyways, that's. Can I say who it is? Or
One
we gotta
second.
post it first?
No, you gotta
I
post
did-
it first.
I don't
Stop.
think you know who this is.
That's
I
Roddy
know
Piper's
this.
daughter.
Yeah. Oh, well, you did know.
Okay, is
Well,
she single?
I know who it was because I've seen interviews with her. But if you happen to look at her name tag, it says Teal Piper.
Yeah.
Okay, is she single?
You got no chance in hell.
I'm jumping in those DMs
The answer
right
to the
now, and
that
I'm gonna
question
prove
is
it.
not anymore.
Aw.
She
She's about to
was
be.
at one time. All right.
Exactly,
here's-
because she met me. No.
Now, in honor
I
of
know.
last night's, in honor of last night's, in honor of last night's Monday Night Raw,
I'm just gonna leave
and
it at that.
there's a story behind that picture. He received the Iron Mike Mazurki Award 2 days after he flew back from England after getting fired
Ooh.
by Tony Khan.
Fuck Tony Khan. What is a piece of shit?
No.
Oh!
He is the poster boy for Money Marks. Okay?
That's true.
Hey,
Yeah.
Jake, you have the picture. Post it for. There it is.
Hold on. Up. Oh,
Now, if
shit.
you look, I weigh a heck of a lot more in that picture.
No, you don't. You're a handsome
Yeah.
man. Look at that yellow.
And look at that
Fucking
gut.
A.
That's gold.
I
I
actually
can't
weigh.
pull off the yellow though. Yeah, you
I-
might got a gut, but look, you pull that
Well-
the fuck off.
I weighed 80 pounds more in that picture than I weigh now. Because I've worked on it. I got
Yeah.
tired of blowing up in the
Well, I know
ring.
what? Listen, and I'm going to say this right now, and you want to know what? They hate when I mention this. I know the feeling. I have recently started going back to wrestling school after almost a 14-year hiatus, and I would say beginning of November, I was almost 400 pounds. What's going on? Tom? What are you doing?
I am adding her.
Oh,
now.
Jesus Christ!
No,
Stop it!
you're
Next
you're
time we
stalking
talk-
her.
No, I'm
We're gonna
not
get-
stalking her.
I
I
didn't
just
even
found
do
out
that.
about her.
I didn't
Tom-
even do that.
Tom, in 2 years, when I am married to her, like you're gonna be sitting
You're
here.
too late, dude.
Stop.
I'm
He's already
telling
married,
you.
bro.
No, you know
You're
me.
too late.
I can get in. Okay, sorry. Nope,
No,
we're not.
but I fully understand the weight loss journey and getting healthy. At the beginning of November, I was almost 400 pounds. I'm now at 283. So I fully get that. I fully get it. And being blown up in the ring is not something you want, nor you need. That's a great picture of you and CM Punk. That is absolutely great.
Oh yeah.
Check.
Now, how do you feel about him being brought back right after the gate?
We got more pictures. Pass it on. Come on.
He will.
We all-
He will.
That's
He
a
will.
bad
Ask the question
motherfucker.
first. Ask the question first.
That's a bad motherfucker in that picture.
Yes,
Well,
he is.
Send the picture while you.
I want to ask, how do you feel about the first match Punk's back? It was his debut, I guess you can call it, from Mania, Chicago. He beat Sami Zayn. I'm gonna say this was a great
All right.
match.
Let me give you a comment that I heard back in WrestleMania when he told Cody, "You never know." It was the Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania. You never know when a title opportunity will come falling out of the sky.
That's true.
He did say that.
He said that, and sure enough, last night, that opportunity, because they were in Chicago, that opportunity came falling out of the sky. And just between you and me, we'll spend very little time on this. Sammy is now a WWE champion.
Yeah.
Grand Slam.
He was.
There aren't a lot of guys that can make that.
Oh,
If you, where'd it go?
It
Tommy Guns. Do you know who that is with Punk?
no, let him finish.
Okay.
there are, but you cannot take away the fact that Sami Zayn is on a very short list of WWE champions.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he earned it. He absolutely did. But if you look at the sequence of events and you go, Saudi Arabia, Sami Zayn,
Yeah.
Chicago, CM Punk.
CM Punk.
He may hold the title for a few months before it switches hands again.
It needs
But
to go
the-
back to
But the
Sammy.
thing is, if you go backwards to the Monday night after WrestleMania and Punk made that comment, at the time that comment was irrelevant. It didn't mean a thing because nobody knew what he was. Yeah. Okay, Cody's a champion now. Yeah. But the thing is, it
I'm not
comes
sure what's up
along.
Now, Tom.
Absolutely, Joseph.
There it is.
It is. You've got to be. You have to be invested for the long run. No matter who you are, no matter you may be pissed off because this happened so soon after Sammy got the title. Guys, it's a prop.
Yep.
Somebody told me that a long
But
time
it
ago.
plays-
It's part of telling the story.
It's
You're
important.
telling compelling stories,
Yep.
and that prop is part of it.
And it plays into the whole. It plays into the whole Sami Zayn thing because if you go back, when he came out and started running the mic against Cody, he basically was calling him a nepo baby. If you think about it, Punk comes back. Last time you saw him, he lost to Roman at the main event of Mania. He comes back, title shot, wins it. It plays into the gimmick, and we know Gunther's gone out of that story because he's going to wrestle Nick Aldis.
Yeah.
Cody has to leave for a brief segment to go do press work for Street Fighter.
Yeah.
I would be, and again, hear me out now.
Cody's going to
Mr.
have
Simon. You have a lot more experience with this than I do. But you can have the rematch at Saturday Night Main Event.
Yep.
Because it is Madison Square Garden. It's going to be a draw.
I
And then
hate
you can.
Saturday Night Main Event. Okay,
I know
just
you
go.
do, Tommy. But then
It's
you can
nostalgic
do the
brilliance.
SummerSlam.
Tommy, they really haven't devoted the energy that they need to.
That's exactly my
In
point.
a lot of people's cases, that's the only opportunity that they get to see WWE because they can watch it on USA
It's on-
if they
yeah.
get cable, but a lot of people don't have Netflix, so
No, and-
they're missing out half of what is going on there.
So it's a selling
I work
point.
Friday night, so I always miss SmackDown. So I'm
But
missing out.
Yeah.
what you're saying, it, Tom, is it's a selling point to get people to buy the Netflix and all that stuff. And I totally 100% get it, but it's like main event. Remember when you had John Cena fighting Cesaro and all that kind of crap? Now it's just,
Yeah.
like after we had Cena's retirement match, it's peaked, to be honest with you. Like, I'm just not a fan. Like, if they redo it better, hell yeah. But now you got, and not dissing Danhausen, you got him in the main event. That ain't a Cena at the end of the day.
Yeah, but you know where it all ties up. Madison Square Garden. That Knicks jersey is going to come back to him
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, I didn't even think about
Oh,
that.
in
Hold on,
Madison
hold
Square
on, wait a
Garden.
minute.
He's
I'm
gonna
a booker.
win because of
You-
that.
I'm a booker.
Ah!
Yeah, no, you're correct. Okay,
Yes!
okay, I can get behind it. I
Now,
love Danhausen. I'm gonna watch it.
can you handle it now? Can you
Yeah,
handle Danhausen?
I can.
I mean,
I love
I
Danhausen.
am highly entertained by him.
No, he's one of the best
They
right
have
now.
used him so much better than AEW ever did.
Because
I
he
have
is
one. I have one discrepancy. I have one.
No, there's no
want more.
discrepancy.
Yeah, there is. There
Don't
truly
worry
is.
about
Discrepancy housing.
Miz being disrespected because he's a walking zombie, and don't worry about that. He's
Well, no, I
lived-
think
Miz
I
has
think-
gotten
nothing to
his
do
over.
anyways.
He's gotten his props million
Listen.
times over.
I think the WWE is doing this with the Miz in honor of Mel Brooks' 100th birthday of young Frankenstein.
Okay.
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein. But you want to know what, though? The only thing I wish that, and here's the picture. If you
Okay.
do not know who that man in the blue shirt is, that's a badass motherfucker.
Now, somebody
That is-
asked me
I'm
one time.
jealous.
They gave me 4 names, and they said, if you're in a fight, who's the one guy you would, who would you want to have with you to have
Haku.
your back? And I said, I don't need 2 guys. I need 1 guy. That
a
guy
badass
in the blue shirt, because he is the toughest guy I have ever met in my life.
Fuck yeah.
But he is by far the nicest guy. He and a good friend of mine used to be known as the drill instructor and is now known as Attila Khan, who is
Oh.
in the St. Louis area.
Yeah.
They are very good friends, and we need to get back into St. Louis a little bit and talk, because I talked about Cauliflower Alley Club, and I appreciate the time and all of that. But I've been doing this press
I
tour.
love signing up for it, side note, because if I can help the people I love and watch on TV, every wrestler I've met, they're like, don't meet your heroes. Every wrestler I met is like a bro. It's like hanging out with Ponyboy. It's like hanging out with Jake. Like, they're just,
Yeah, but
and I
here-
support that. Like I will,
All right.
I will spend money on that hardcore. Like,
And you know, I don't think it's even about the money at that point, because you
no,
and
I
again,
agree. Money's an
hold
epicent.
on. We're gonna say adieu to Mr. Jim Harris, big time. He's going night night.
Big time.
Aw.
I will see you
Aw.
next week. I will see
Yes.
you Friday night next week. We are getting an
I wish-
informal get together of all the Hall of Famers and the guys coming in
That's sick.
at Steve Murphy's on 21 in St. Louis. We're going to do, and of course, as any good wrestling get together goes, there's always karaoke. I
Yeah.
will be singing.
Uh-oh.
guys.
Time up. You said the magic word.
What,
So
Karaoke.
I do, yes. I do have to shout out one of our main sponsors, Karaoke Entertainment. Look at that. You had that queued up, you son of a bitch.
You were ready.
I know. I've had fraternity brothers from Romeoville, New Lenox, Joliet. I told you about Jim Vero,
Yep.
friend of mine. So I know these places, and I know
and we like to give a shout out to all of our sponsors. Karaoke Entertainment is one of the big ones. Jake is one of the DJs for the company. He's absolutely great. I know what. And speaking of sponsors, if I could take a quick second, I want to give a shout out to Rocket Pro Wrestling. I want to give a shout out to Industry Tap House. Industry Tap House lets us watch Monday Night Raw in their bar every Monday night.
They let me fall off their chair without judgment.
Yeah, Tom fell off a chair.
It was broken.
Everybody who supports us, we like to give them a shout out. And the fact that you said karaoke, it's great. I've heard Tommy Guns sing a wonderful rendition of Barbie Girl to a table of ladies one time. And I'm going to tell you how it went, Tom.
You know what sucks
He
with
got
that
no
song
numbers.
real quick? It's way too long. It's way too long for what it is. It's a song about a fucking Barbie girl, and it's 5 minutes long.
Yeah.
It's just fucking ridiculous. Like, I serenaded the table of women, but at what cost, Tom? What cost? You know?
I know those guys. Hold on. Wait a minute.
You better know those guys.
Pass it on.
You better know the guy on the right. You better know the guy on the right.
Yeah, no shit.
Pass it on. Don't leave us hanging. Come on now.
Oh, God. Hold on.
Pony Boy, you're disappointing us. I'll grab a beer. I'll be right back. I'm disappointed in Pony Boy.
I reported it to Tom. Hold on. Time out. I know that guy. Is that?
Just pop the picture up.
It's going.
Yeah.
Hold on. I can only work as fast as technology wants to work.
Oh, okay. There it is. Ding. All right. Left to right. That is.
I'm having a break.
Attila Khan, formerly known as the drill instructors from St. Louis, Missouri. Of course, you know Chick Magnet. And then you know Haku. And the fourth guy.
It's Pepsi Phil.
Guy. Huh? What?
It's Pepsi. You have a picture of Pepsi Phil.
No. That's not Pepsi Phil.
Dan
Danhausen
calls him Pepsi Phil. Yeah.
Okay, but the guy on the right is the guy that inducted him or gave him his award at Cauliflower Alley Club. And his name, I've worked with him for years. He come down to St. Louis all the time. He was former MVWA champion, and his name is Sexy.
I had to bring the cat on the podcast, obviously.
Steel.
Hannah was right.
Okay, time out. Hannah was right. Hannah called it out before we got it.
Yep.
Is that Miss
Good job,
Drexel, Hannah?
Hannah got it.
Yep.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
I knew it looked familiar.
In fact, I've got a picture of him and Lucy, his wife.
Can I give a quick shout out to Hannah real quick? One of our top fans, amazing, likes everything, likes our stuff. You know, thank you, Hannah. Sorry, I had to put that out there.
She's always here.
Oh, yeah.
She's amazing.
Absolutely.
She knows him because he was on TNA.
Well, you know what? At least she keeps up with the product. You know.
Yeah,
badass.
I sent another picture after that.
Okay.
And it is
Pass
someone you
it
probably will not know, but that's okay.
I'm gonna
we'll know him. There's
I won't,
three of us.
I don't.
You
I will.
think?
Maybe I'll know him. I'm a wrestling connoisseur.
Well, yeah. but
Dude,
this
you
person-
thought Omos was the next big thing.
Okay, he is the next big thing because he's kicking ass in AAA. Stop. Stop.
Yeah,
You
he
can't-
is. Actually, yeah, but they finally found a place to get him over.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree.
Thank you.
110%. Omos is just.
Okay.
Who is that?
I can't think. I don't know who it is.
You're not going to know who it is.
Hold on.
No, but we got to give her a shout out, though, nonetheless.
Her name is Elaine, and she has a very famous husband and son.
Who is it?
Steiner?
Elaine Orton.
Holy shit.
Randy's mama.
Holy
Billy,
shit.
that's right. I did that.
And Cowboy Bob Orton's wife.
I heard he's
Can-
a really nice guy, too. Well, he's dead now, but, you know.
No, he's not.
Who is
Bob Orton ain't dead. I
No,
swear to
he's
God.
not. You.
No!
Maybe
You
it
wanna
was the
see him?
grandfather.
In fact,
The
no. As a
grandfather
matter
might
of
be
fact,
dead.
I'm surprised you didn't hear the Luke Roberts story about him playing cribbage with Cowboy Bob at CAC.
Really?
We
Yeah.
didn't hear that one, but I'm going to say this now. We did hear the story about the Beast loving him some Tom Jones.
It's not on you. You want to be loved by anyone.
Yeah, we heard that story big time.
Oh, yeah, shit.
Um,
He is alive. I'm sorry.
Oh,
But Grandpa Orton died. That's what I was confused with.
oh yeah, Bob
Yeah.
Senior.
Yeah. He was a good guy.
But he,
good
he,
wrestler.
he would be like 105 right now.
Fuck.
Shit.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll be
Dead.
lucky to get to 60.
Oh, shit. I'm working on 37 because I'm 36 right now.
I got my niece and nephew keep bringing me these alcoholic beverages right now. I'm in trouble.
You have
What
them trained well,
wonderful,
Pony Boy.
wonderful.
No, they're great. And you want to know what? And you'll love this, Tom.
Yeah.
They
Maybe.
come to all the independent wrestling shows we do, and my niece had her first official wrestling heartbreak.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Yep.
One of the wrestlers up at RPW, Maya Carras, did the inaugural heel turn,
Good for
and
her.
my niece was in tears.
And you know what?
And
that
she's
is?
only 9, so she's got a long road to go. But Hannah did the numbers. 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay.
Shit.
But yeah, my niece had her first heartbreak in wrestling, which I didn't want to laugh in her face, but I did.
You son of a bitch! That's her first heartbreak. Like, I usually laugh at shit all the time, but that's her first. You son of a bitch.
I
That
didn't leave early
hurts,
for work,
man.
so I missed it.
That hurts.
Yeah.
That hurts.
Well, see, but what doesn't hurt is me muting Tommy. But see, Jake had to leave early to go do the karaoke, so he's excused.
Is he? Oh, you just got a picture. I thought he was kind of. No, he's still moving.
I know, but I muted him. I put him
Oh.
in timeout. I'll unmute him now.
Oh. Fucking fuck them.
So I kind of want to give back. I love this question. I like to ask all of our guests. And like I said, I grew up. Yes, I was born in the '90s, but my favorite timeline of professional wrestling is the territories. You know, I have said it, and I'll say it.
Yeah.
Like, Dusty is one of my favorites.
He sucks.
I truly love. Hold on, having a brain fart, and it's gonna fucking kill me right now.
I truly love.
I love this guy. I can't think of
In-
anything.
in-
I was a big fan of the Von Erichs. Like, I loved watching their old clips.
What do you think of the movie? Side note.
Yeah, if you've seen the Claw movie, there's been mixed reviews about it. What would you say you enjoyed the most about that movie?
Have you seen it, Tom?
No,
I
You've
haven't.
not seen? Oh wow.
no.
You know what my
Okay.
problem is, and I think
Hold
it's
on,
a
Tom.
standard problem with
Is,
wrestling
is
fans.
it on Netflix or?
Hold on. I will look
Peacock?
that up. I will look. I think it's on Peacock. 1 second.
Okay,
Isn't it great that we have technology at our fingertips?
It is.
So
Absolutely.
I want to say side note, Tom, because you obviously you're a wrestling fan, you're in fucking wrestling. It's good, but when you know more information about it, it kind of I don't know. I didn't hate it. I didn't like it. You know what I mean? Like
The
I thought the
current
doc was
platforms.
better.
See,
It's on.
I saw
App-
I saw the Dark Side of the Ring.
Yeah, that was better. I'm not gonna lie, that
Where
was
did,
better.
Iron Claw.
Iron Claw.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's on Amazon Prime. It's on Fandango, Apple
Yeah.
TV, and
I've
Google
got
Play.
I've got Amazon Prime, so yeah, I'll
Good
make a
I thought
point
it
of
was a
seeing
good
it
movie.
sometime.
it's
But
worth
the thing
watching.
is,
It's not a bad movie. It's just when you're a wrestling fan, it's kind of like
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
In 1980 and 81, I lived in Lawton, Oklahoma.
Mhm.
I was in the service. I was stationed at Fort Sill.
I just got the other picture.
Okay, and the great thing about it was, I was able to watch World Class all the time down there. This is before major cable, any major
Yeah.
cable. It was always on because
Fucking basic.
they had the Wichita Falls station on in Lawton at Fort Sill.
Yeah.
So I was able to watch World Class. I actually have pictures of the Sportatorium
Whoa.
before it was torn down and after it
Yeah.
closed down. But I was
crazy.
fortunate enough. We stopped there, took some pictures, got it was at first kind of hard to figure out where did they have the cameras, where did they shoot, what angle?
Yeah.
Because it's like it was a weird.
They had like
building.
rafter cams, right? That they close up with. I kind of got into the lore.
But it was amazing because they talked about Fritz had his office up in the rafters and all of that, and he'd sit back there and yell at all the boys because they were screwing up and things like that.
Suck.
But I always enjoyed World Class. I enjoyed wrestling from Chicago. I mean, it was a lot of the territories. St. Louis was a prominent territory. Anybody that was anybody came through St. Louis because they knew the boss was there. Sam Muchnick. They knew he was there, and if you always had his ear, if you'd come in like Ricky Flair, they called him Ricky back then. Ricky Flair would come in because he worked for the NWA. He had.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen the trip sheets that the NWA champion would have? All of the different towns. Oh, you got to Google it. NWA champion itinerary, and if you go back a ways, Flair posted some of them, and it would show where he was, and out of 31 days he would have like 2 days off. And that's
Jesus
it.
Christ.
He was traveling, and he'd travel, get into town, do the show that night, leave the morning, travel somewhere else. I was fortunate enough when I was in the military. I was stationed at Fort Benning for a little while, very short time, 13 weeks.
Yeah.
And I was able to go to
You were right in his hometown. That's fucking crazy.
WTBS.
Mm-hmm.
Did I say Charlotte? No.
You said Fort Benning, which is
I was
near
at Fort
Charlotte.
Benning, which
Yeah.
was in Columbus, Georgia.
It's pretty
But it
much
was
right
close
there.
enough. But it was close enough to Atlanta. I drove up on a Saturday morning
Georgia? Go dogs.
to Atlanta.
How much was gas?
Oh, it was 35 cents a gallon.
Fucking shit. Okay.
Back in 1980.
I
think
know,
about it,
but I'm still
1980.
pissed about it.
But this is where my blessings come in. I went there, had no idea whether I could get in or not, but they were taping world class WCW
Fuck.
on
Christ.
the 605 show.
Mhm.
You know, they were taping that in the afternoon, and Arn, Ole, Tully, the Four Horsemen, and everybody else.
Oh shit.
But what I went to see was the Dean of Professional Wrestling Announcers, Gordon Soley.
I've heard of him.
Oh,
The Golden Voice, right?
Oh, absolutely. And
That's what they called him, though. Yeah.
And about 20 years later, I was fortunate enough to work for World League Wrestling, which
Crazy.
turned into World Legion Wrestling, which was the promotion that was owned by Harley Race.
That's the name.
Okay.
Harley Race.
Okay,
Couldn't think of
so-
his name. God damn it.
Side note. All you I don't want to say old guys, but you Hall of Famers. Guys know Harley Race. He sounds like a great guy.
He was a great guy. He could drink anybody under the table.
That's what I've heard too. Like
He
I
would
heard he was
take
a
his
drink
fingers
from
like
kid.
this and bend a beer cap.
Holy
His hands
shit.
were so strong. And he had stories. He had stories that would go for days and days and days. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
All right, here we
I
go.
could
Speaking
sit-
of stories,
it's like
I
you're
finally got
sitting
the-
at the tree of knowledge there.
Finally got the image from Pony Boy.
So
Oh, yeah. Story time. Booyaka, booyaka.
Whoa! Booyaka, booyaka!
that was the same night that I had Punk's picture taken too.
Holy shit. God damn, you've met the fucking plethora. But
Yeah, it's I have been truly blessed in my
Oh, yeah.
lifetime. I
Oh,
haven't
yeah.
worked with them all, but I've met them all.
you've met
Pretty much
that's-
so.
Some
So
badass
much so.
G's, yeah.
Back to Harley Race. I
Okay.
just hear he's the nicest guy. He's the kind of guy that'll buy you around. He'll take you to dinner and shit.
He would not put up with any shit from anybody that disrespected the
fucking
business,
cool.
though.
Yeah, no. You know what? Legendary. That's cool. God damn. I love how you guys all know Harley Race. It just blows my mind.
And here's what ties it together. I worked for the first TV taping of World Legion Wrestling. It was Carl Lauer, who was a promoter out of California, and Harley Race and Bill Ash, all
Whoa.
were owners at the beginning.
Yeah.
And they taped in Springfield, Missouri at a cowboy bar called Remington's.
I think I've heard
The
of it.
ring announcer they hired was the only reason he got hired is because he had a tuxedo. The guy had never been in a wrestling arena in his life. You look up the word clueless in the dictionary, and
Oh,
his
this guy?
picture was right in the middle of the page. This guy was just unbelievably clueless.
Damn
And
it.
He went into
so-
it though.
I was putting all of this through, and and to get to what was the important part, my friend Steve Murphy was their backstage interviewer, and the guy that was doing the play-by-play for Harley Race, and he came in because of Harley Race, was
Crazy.
Gordon Soley. And I got to meet Gordon and talk to him, and he was a Scotch drinker and just
Weird.
it was great.
I
But,
can't do
You know what?
Scotch.
You know what's
Scotch
funny
Brits.
about that? You know
I
what's
like Jim Beam.
really funny about that is he was like, I haven't drank in 30 years on the Colt Cabana podcast. That was around that time. That makes me
Who
laugh.
said that?
Fucking
Who said
Gordon.
that?
Gordon.
Well, it
Yeah.
might have been because this was back in the late '90s.
Well, no,
it hadn't
no.
been 30 years. No,
That was what he was referencing, but like that's what trips me out
see.
is because it was with you. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, I've heard these stories.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I drank 30 years ago. I'm sober now. But and then when you say that, I'm like, well, fuck, that's 30 years ago. Like,
It was great fun though, getting to meet those guys. And Carl was one of the ones that got me involved. interested in CAC because he was the secretary, and he CAC started out on the West Coast, and so he was one of the prominent people back then. Got to know Carl. Carl lived in Missouri last part of his life, and was a commissioner for the Missouri State Athletic Commission.
Oh, crazy.
When I got my license the first time, 1998, Tim Lukanoff was the state chairman of the Missouri State Athletic Commission.
Crazy.
48 years later, the chairman of the Missouri State Athletic Commission is Tim Lukanoff. Same guy.
Wow.
He's held that job for 48 years plus. He was a young guy then, but you never want to screw with the
48 years.
You never want to screw with the commission because that's my
That's your bread and butter.
That's
right
my
there.
portable drive there. It keeps recycling in. So I got to take it out. Anyway, let's talk about the Independent St. Louis Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Because
Absolutely.
Bring it back around.
I have friends, Marcus Banfield, rest his soul. Last time I saw him was as a St. Louis Cardinal game. We just now stop.
Sox fans.
You're
Sox
speaking well.
fans.
You're
Hold on.
speaking ill of the dead.
I'm not.
Right?
No. That was more.
No, we're judging baseball.
St. Louis.
I get what
St.
you're
Louis.
saying, but we're judging baseball.
1 second. Hold on.
Hey, check that out.
What is that? Is that
It's
a
my
Cardinals?
St. Louis. It's my Cardinal soccer jersey. Oh, I disappeared.
You know,
And,
Me
and
and
I'm not home, so I don't have
there's
any of
a
my Cubs
Cardinal
stuff
on
with
a
me.
soccer ball. So,
I'm not home, so I don't have any of my Cubs stuff with me.
all right.
side note,
Anyway,
USA is doing
so
fucking
Marcus
phenomenal
Mansfield,
in FIFA.
last time I
lost.
saw him was at a Cardinal game. Beast, I haven't seen Beast since, gosh, it's probably been 10, 15 years since I've seen him. So I'm going to get to see some of the people that I started in the business with. And next week from this Friday, we're getting together at Murphy's on 21. I am. Everybody asks me, well, what do you think about going in the Hall of Fame? And I said, it is just one more additional blessing that I have received in this business.
Fuck yeah.
I have
Love it.
I have worked with 90% Big Ben. I worked for him when he had Gateway Wrestling, and it was at the end of the night, and he was coming into the ring to do some shenanigans, and
I like shenanigans.
and he just laid back and just knocked the shit out of me. and I couldn't understand why. He says, because I wanted to make sure you sold it. I said, if you had told me you were going to do it, I think I'd have sold it a little bit better
Yeah.
than just falling over in a heap.
No shit. Like, God
But
damn.
I mean,
He slugged
was-
you pretty much.
He was a good guy. It was Lebanon, Missouri. We were there. Samu was there.
Oh,
It was just one of those shows, and everybody thinks Travis Cook is this wizard of a manager, but I worked that show that night for Gateway Championship Wrestling, and the other referee was Travis Cook.
that's crazy.
And he is, and to this day, he's still doing booking for SICW. He does some booking for them.
And this
He
is
is-
48 years.
Well, yeah, it's been a while,
That's crazy.
but we do what we do because we love to do it.
Yeah.
I am blessed beyond belief and Steve Murphy, guy I've mentioned a couple of times during this show. Steve is going to do my my introduction, and I am absolutely tickled to death because it's Steve's fault that I got in the business.
But you haven't regretted it since, right?
I haven't regretted a day of it since. I've worked 4 shows this year for local promotions here in Hot Springs. One of them is Vapors Championship Wrestling. The other one is South Central Wrestling. Anthony Reyes is the promoter there.
Okay.
And he says, he messaged me on Facebook. He says, "Hey, I got a referee that got hurt today. Any chance you could work the show tonight?" And I said, "Sure. What's it pay?" and then, and I then at that point went full circle in my wrestling career, because the first thing I asked was, "What's it pay?"
Yeah, that's the main thing right there. Yeah, you
Well-
love the sport of wrestling, but you need some money.
Well, I'm at the point now where I work seasonal jobs. I don't have a full-time job anymore because I retired when I was 66 years old from the school district here in Hot Springs. I go back and I substitute. That's one seasonal job. I'll substitute during the school year.
I feel sorry for you. Substitute teaching seems like a bitch.
No, because the kids know me.
Oh,
Because
okay.
because one of the other seasonal jobs that I have is Magic Springs Theme and Water Park. I'm a dispatcher there.
We're going next year. We're coming down there next year. Be
I've
ready
been there
for it.
I've been there 22 years, and I have an air-conditioned office, and I dispatch for security. That's the
Hell
only
yeah.
reason I can do that. I work 4 days a week there. My third job is as a mutual teller and mutual supervisor for Oaklawn Racetrack.
Fuck
And
yeah.
during race season, which goes now from the middle of November to the first weekend in May, we go 3 or 4 days a week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 10
Shit.
races, 11 races, 12 races. I take bets. I'm good at it. A lot of people come to me because I know how to punch up a bet.
Fuck yeah.
But it also pays very well, because if you're good at what you do and you're accurate and you're dependable and you know the business, you can write yourself a check.
Oh yeah.
You can make money.
Mr. Tom Simon,
Sir.
I am officially now a member of the CAC.
Oh, I got a membership 20 minutes ago.
I just got the email.
Hell yeah.
Excellent.
I probably did too. But
Guys, I didn't mean for y'all to spend money on my account, but I am
No,
glad.
But I
It's
want
not that. It's
to
not that.
go on record.
You will get a newsletter once a month. It's called The
Oh, yeah.
Ear. And it actually has a picture of a cauliflower ear.
Yep.
And that is I've got a lapel pin with CAC, with the cauliflower ear on it.
It's not so much we did it because but you want to know it goes to show, and again I'm going to stand on my soapbox. I am really baffled that this is the first time I'm hearing about it. I've never seen it on any other wrestling podcast. And you want to know what?
Heard of Cauliflower Alley?
I have not, and I scour everything.
The Taz
But you wanna know what,
podcast
though?
got me into that.
It's something that, and I'm going to speak for me personally, that I love professional wrestling. These men and women, including you from the independent scene, from past, present, future, they pave the way for what we get to enjoy now.
It's
And you want to know what? I will gladly give that donation to those men and women for giving their body, their time, their family time for what I get to enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to know what? And if you're a wrestling fan and you truly love this industry, this art form, this sport, check it out. Cauliflower Alley, go check them out. And you want to know what? even if you don't have the funds for it, still spread it out. I
Yeah.
think this thing
Follow
should be
shares.
huge.
Yeah,
I
way
think
more
it should
huger.
be publicized more.
Well,
Um,
and if they spend a lot of time on ads and things like that,
It goes away.
Yeah, but here's
But that's
here's
why
the
we're
thing.
here.
Follow Cauliflower Alley Club online. It is caulifloweralleyclub.org. They are on Facebook. They're on they're all over the place. But Facebook, they have a very good Facebook page, and you will find so much with the having to do with the Cauliflower Alley Club, and the best part about it is you don't realize what it is that they do until you look it up. And when you look it up, just if you everybody's got Facebook, right?
Oh yeah.
Everybody's got Facebook. If you go to the search Facebook in the upper left-hand corner of the screen when you're on your Facebook and type cauliflower, and before you even get that far, I've typed CA and Cauliflower Alley Club came up. They have 31,000 followers.
It should be double that.
It
It
is
should
the
be
only,
triple
and
that.
and that was the only official Cauliflower Alley Club Facebook page. And just to read a little bit, it says,
Yeah.
CAC is an association of past, present, and future champions, combatants, and other allied personages joining together. I mean, and that's what it is. They pay tribute to those that preceded us. The MC of the banquets every year is a guy named Joseph Dombrowski. Now, Joe Dombrowski is an East Coaster, but he is a lover of wrestling, and every time he gets in, we sit down and well, what have you heard lately? What have I heard lately? Blah blah blah. Joe does a great job pushing the benevolent fund out on the road. He sells DVDs, which the proceeds go towards CAC's benevolent fund. And Joe Dombrowski, joe-dombrowski.com is his, web presence. One quick story, we were talking about karaoke before, and the one quick story I wanted to tell is a couple of years ago, a young lady from Nashville by the name of Cindy Hall was our songstress in CAC. She had some health issues, and so at the beginning of every banquet, both nights, we do the national anthem. And James Beard, who is a wrestling referee in Texas and the world, James does a marvelous job singing the United States national anthem. Well, Cindy would do the U.S. anthem and then the Canadian anthem because we have a large contingency from Canada, including Ron Hutchison.
Canada, something like
Hold
that.
on, don't jump the gun.
Remember, I'm a hockey player. I know the Canadian anthem by
Ron
heart.
Hutchinson, Trish Stratus,
Of course you do.
Bobby Bass, No Class Bobby Bass. I'm sorry. And he's receiving an award at CAC this year as well.
Hell yeah.
But there are so many great Canadian people that come every year, and we sit there at in the plaza at the quick shop and buy very tall beers. And
Hell yeah.
He said another magic word, gentlemen. Beer up.
Gear up.
anyway, they said, well, who's going to sing the national anthem for Canada? And I go, I know it. I've heard it enough.
Shit.
I've been to enough hockey games.
Yeah.
Yep. I played hockey.
Jake.
So, yep.
Cowboy Jake is a big hockey fan, so be careful what you say.
I played for 20 years.
You have to. If I go in the other room and pull out my Blues jersey, you're not going to get mad, are you? No, I won't do that.
What are you?
But
he's a Vegas Knights
said,
fan.
I said 2 years ago she could
Sorry.
not come anymore. So I raised my hand. I said, I'll do it. And I said, God help me if I forget the words when I'm in the middle of the song.
Also, he
Because
says
there are 5 tables of Canadians to my right that
That's a
will
lot of
storm the
Canucks.
stage and just beat the living shit out of me.
Oh,
And they
Canada. Just say that repeatedly.
So I made sure I did my homework and I put a cheat sheet up on the podium just to make sure. And the first year, I did it a cappella. And I did a pretty good job. The second year, I said, I'm not going to screw this up anymore. So I went online and downloaded the Canadian National Anthem with the words so they could put it on the screen.
Yeah.
And
that's when you messed it up?
The instrumental part came up and I sang along with it. And I said, I want everybody to sing. All of you Canadians over on this side, you can't rip me because if you don't sing it, you're worse than I am.
Oh,
Hell
you
yeah.
are ripped.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
And Ron Hutchinson came up to me afterwards. He says, you know what? I've been wanting those son of a bitches to sing for years and they wouldn't. I'm glad you finally talked them into it. And
That's
so
their fucking national anthem.
well, sure, but the thing is,
I sing the shit along with my.
they're usually back in the dressing room when it plays. So that most of them don't
They
sing
just
it.
don't care that hard.
Yeah, I'm not going to bust their chops because they're all great guys.
It's
I mean,
Canada.
seriously,
It's
I didn't
fine.
know I'd know this many Canadians in
They
my
suck at
lifetime.
hockey.
But they're all great
Stop
guys
it.
and very, very dedicated members of CAC.
I know what.
Back to the Hall
wanna
of Fame that we were supposed to talk about tonight, and I don't want to.
We like to talk about everything.
Yeah, I
And you
think
wanna
it's so
get-
much fun to be
We
honest
true
with
there.
you.
You want to know what, Mr. Tom Simon? I'm gonna cordially invite you. After next week, we are taking 2 weeks off to kind of regroup ourselves and everything because we've been running hard.
Running hard.
But
I love your graphics,
I
by the way,
would-
guys. I've got to tell you, I haven't looked that good in years. And you put that graphic together, and I said, anybody else ever get this stuff? I mean,
Not complimenting myself, but
well, I know what I will
should-
say this. I will say that I respect artists. I respect the creative mind, and when it comes and I don't want to sound arrogant or vain, but I do a lot of the graphics. I have a lot of
He does
crazy
it through
ideas.
AI.
you have more, but I help. He
Okay,
cheats.
anyways, I do. I slightly cheat.
Sorry, Tom.
Cheater.
Sorry, Tom. We're getting into it.
It's okay.
I spent 4 hours editing a fucking. Sorry. Okay. No. Let's go.
You know what? I want to
A
invite
fucking
you to come
video.
back in August. I'm going to say it right now. We still got plenty to talk about. We're going to talk. We're going to cover everything. But sometime in August, we would love to have you come back on and give us a full rundown of the Hall of Fame ceremony. Will you accept this offer?
Absolutely. In fact,
Fuck yeah.
I will be bringing back some pictures
Oh boy!
that
All right.
you see. I know how to get a picture taken.
You're very photogenic. I like that about you.
And
You're
you
very
really
photogenic.
haven't seen the bulk of my of
Oh.
my portfolio because I get together with these guys every year and I said, we got to get a picture.
yeah.
You understand the can of worms that you have just opened, because our other co-host Brad, he had some things come up. He's very old school wrestling. He's very old school. Our producer, who happens to be my brother, he is also into very old school. You have
I
just
am too.
opened up the can of worms where I'm going to do everything in my power to make it to Vegas next year for the first time in my life.
You're going to stop off to Montana, right?
We're going.
I'll go.
All right.
Next summer, we're going to Arkansas to hang out with Mr. Tom Simon at the amusement park. Then we're going to Vegas.
No, you're going to Montana. You're going to Montana. We're going to spend $100 on a Legionnaire flight.
Pony Boy, you just bought a new car. We'll take a road trip.
Oh, fuck off. Anyway.
Pony Boy, you just bought a new car. We can take a road trip.
Yeah, fuck
Shut up, you.
It's a great ride.
All right. So,
Train is the way to go. Sorry.
I don't want to ride a train.
It's so much fun. You get you could bring your own beer, have a good time, fall asleep.
I was gonna say something, but I'm not gonna incriminate myself.
Well, I'm sure out of Montana.
I mean, I got laid in the bathroom. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, I mean,
God, no.
That's effortless for Tom. But yeah.
Here we go.
It's a fucking train.
I do kind of want to. I do like to ask questions, and you have extensive knowledge in past and present wrestling, which kind of fills in the gaps. And with being independent and being the St. Louis Independent Wrestling Hall of Fame, I do have to ask your honest to God opinion. Why do you think there is such an influx, or as I like to call it, the baby boomer of independent wrestling companies popping up everywhere?
There are a number of contributors to that. Number one, in the month of April, no matter where you go, you can't swing a dead cat without hitting a wrestling promotion. Because they're income tax refund promotions. They got their tax return, they got some money, they can rent a ring, they can put their friends up in the ring and run 1 or 2 shows, and then they're done for the rest of the year. Those I just don't pay attention to anymore. Right. I know that there are a lot of people who have caught the bug, so to speak, and they're very interested in professional wrestling. They say it can't be that hard to put a show on. Well, and then they find out. So you see a lot of promotions come and go. You see some promotions that have a core of wrestlers and creative people that take their time, develop storylines, develop characters, because they want to do it. They want to be there for the long run.
Yep.
Your Rocket Pro Wrestling is probably a good example of that. Because these are guys that really care about it.
They are going on. Well, come September, I think September will be their 8th season.
Yeah. See, these are the guys that are in it for the long run. If the Mississippi Valley Wrestling Alliance had a ring back then, they would have lasted a lot longer than they did. But there was some urination marathons or pissing contests going on.
Time out! Time out! I will never in my life refer to it as pissing contests anymore. It is urination contest.
Urination marathon.
Urination marathon.
But they, if these promotions in St. Louis had gotten together, they really could have done some good things, because one promotion had TV, and good TV, very creative. One promotion had a good ring. One promotion, there are 2 promotions that have been there forever. South Broadway Athletic Club, which is MMWA, which is where Big Jim came from, and a lot of the guys that are involved in the Independent St. Louis Wrestling Hall of Fame. And then there's SICW, Southern Illinois Championship Wrestling, which is run by Herb Simmons, who was the, how do I put this? He was the gopher at first for Sam Muchnick and worked with Larry Matisick at the St. Louis Wrestling Club. And he learned wrestling and creativity and storylines and how to build characters from the master. He was at the foot of the master, Sam Muchnick and Larry Matisick. The one thing that those two gentlemen did more than anything else, they always protected the characters because they had a monetary investment in it. Think about renting out Kiel Auditorium that seats 12,000 people. Think about that once. And selling tickets, enough tickets to make it. And selling and bringing in enough talent to make it. To sell those tickets. Now, think about doing that once. Now, think about doing that every third Friday for 9 months. They take some time off, they take time off during the summer because the Kiel wasn't air conditioned for a long time, and it was you put 10,000 sweaty St. Louisans in a wrestling ring, or a wrestling arena, and then put these guys in there, and it's not cool. It's not not air conditioned.
Body odor.
So they
central.
decided to take that. Well, they decided to take the summer off most of the time, and that was good because it built up the interest, and they would take the opportunity to get wrestling shows from different parts of the country, like Kansas City, like Chicago, like Dallas, and show those on their regular TV slot, and then every once in a while, one person from those promotions would either go into that promotion and work, like one that we will, I will always love is a guy named Frank Goodish. Frank Goodish is also known as, except in St. Louis, and it's an interesting story, the only place he wasn't known as Bruiser Brody.
Ooh.
He was known in Japan as Bruiser Brody. He was known and tag team with Stan Hansen, who had the most devastating clothesline in the world. I don't care the shit what JBL says. The only reason his clothesline was so devastating is he was as blind as a bat in the ring.
Oh shit.
So he had to swing hard. Even if he missed by a bunch, he still got you. So Bruiser Brody was called Bruiser Brody everywhere in the world except St. Louis. And the reason he was not called Bruiser Brody in St. Louis, he was called King Kong Brody in St. Louis.
I've heard that.
And the only reason he was called King Kong Brody in St. Louis instead of Bruiser Brody is because of a guy by the name of Dick Afflis. Now, Dick Afflis was a guy in Indianapolis who owned his own promotion.
Well, his name's
he also wrestled. Now you'll understand why he was very protective of his character, and his character was a guy named Dick the Bruiser.
Not to cut you off, Tom, but we have a comment from a new commenter. We have never had this commenter. American Hostile Championship Wrestling. Cause of Dick.
Yeah, and that's
Is he
the
calling me a
answer.
dick?
Not you, Tony.
No, it was because of Dick the Bruiser. That's why he was not called Bruiser Brody in St. Louis. And I will tell you that one of the ladies in the membership committee and the registration committee, her name is Barbara Goodish, the widow of Bruiser Brody.
Crazy.
And I've known Barbara for years now. I would work the registration table at CAC every year because I got to sit next to Barbara Goodish and Pam Morrison. Now, Pam is the daughter of J.J. Dillon.
Whoa.
Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Sweet, sweet ladies, always nice. And the reason I worked the membership table, the registration table, is because I got to see everybody before anybody else did. They came to me and Barbara
fucking
and
cool.
Pam first, and they'd pick up their badges, and we would have a great time. I get to say, okay, this guy's here, good. I'll get back with them, and we'll sit and have a beer and talk. But that, I think, this year, Darla Staggs, who is on the board of Cauliflower Alley, sent me a
Can
message.
you elaborate on this one, Tom? American
that?
Hostile Championship Wrestling. FYI, we run the Boot Heel 8 years strong.
Southeastern Missouri.
Okay.
This is a boot heel.
Okay, absolutely.
Am I correct? Whoever's
This is the first time we've ever
American-
had them watching, commenting. So thank you so much, American Hostile Championship Wrestling. We will definitely message you later on. That's a first timer right there. Look
Yeah,
at you
right?
bringing new guests. Look
Yes,
at
you-
You're
and
our
there
man.
are probably some guys that work for American Hostile Championship that I've worked with before. I can't imagine how there wouldn't be. I forgot to tell you, there was one other guy that I've worked for since I've been in Arkansas. I would make a trip over to Memphis once every 3 months or so and work for Memphis Wildfire Wrestling.
Okay.
And the person who runs Memphis Wildfire Wrestling is a young man by the name of Kevin Lawler.
Oh, I know that last name.
And he is, in fact, the son of Jerry the King Lawler.
Okay.
And Jerry worked for us over in Arkansas. I worked for Kevin over there, and Jerry would come to the shows. In fact, it was there was one night that he ran a show, and the special guests were Jimmy the Boogie Woogie Man Valiant,
Ooh.
and they all just set up gimmick tables. They didn't wrestle,
Yeah.
but it was Jimmy Valiant, it was Lance Russell, it was Dave Brown, who was the color commentator with Lance Russell on Memphis Wrestling, and of course Jerry was there, and so that was fun, and I spent half the time doing the production behind the curtain, and the other half refereeing, and. Kevin used me for a few years. He says, "You're getting too expensive." I said, I'm driving all the way from Hot Springs. I'm driving 3 hours each way. Come on. Pay me."
Well, shit, yeah, you need to be paid for that point.
I'm-
Jesus.
Yeah, but he had some good shows.
I'm going to do a simple plug real quick. So, American Hostile Championship Wrestling, definitely, we will message you later on after this one. We're all about independent wrestling. I want to make something happen with you guys. But I got to say that now we're going to go back to Mr. Tom Simon because it's his night. I do have to ask, and we were talking about independent wrestling and independent companies. It's kind of a two-part question. And I say this, there is a reason behind this, and then once we go off camera, I will explain it to you, but I got to keep it somewhat professional.
Okay.
With your opinion, your professional opinion.
Youth Gone Wild sucks.
No, not that, Tom. Be quiet.
Okay. Sorry.
When it comes to talent or promotions, does the term "check your ego at the door" register anything to you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if the first thing, we go back to the MVWA days. All right.
Okay.
Steve Murphy, Billy Bob, Luke Roberts, Ricky Royal. We would tape our stand-ups on Tuesday night in the living room of Steve's and my apartment.
Okay.
And the great thing about it is that we had to, we would have our booking meetings then, and I was always the reality check guy. They'd throw these, they'd spitball all these different ideas for stories, and I go, how are you going to get there? You want this match, and that's fine. How are you going to get there? How are you? What's your build? Where, how? Tell me how you're going to build this. Tell me how you're going to make this story, this result, make sense.
Yeah.
And that's where the egos had to get checked, because there are always going to be guys that want to put themselves over first. Most promoters that were active wrestlers were the champion.
Okay.
That was, and that, of course, that's changed considerably over the past 10, 15 years. But it used to be, you could always tell who owns the promotion because he had the championship belt. I mean, he put himself over first.
Now, real quick, I will kind of give this to you, and again, I may seem like a fanboy when I say this. RPW, Rocket Pro Wrestling, one of their talents is the owner, and he has the mindset, and I want to kind of get your opinion on this. I asked him when he's been on the show a couple of times, and I've asked him, why don't you have the title?
Isn't he coming back soon?
He is, but his response goes, why, if it does not make sense for the product to have me as champion, why would I put that on me?
And he's absolutely right.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense. First of all, do I need to stroke myself that much? Do I need to pat myself on the back that much?
I've worked
Or
so hard.
Is it in my best interest, and I'm going to make more money, if I put somebody else over?
Yep.
I establish a number of different characters that legitimately could be champion. And
So
if
can
I
I
rotate the belt between 3 or 4 of them, and it makes sense, and they're good stories leading up to this title change, then you got the right idea. But if you put it on a $1.380, a $1.50, 150-pound kid who is not believable, but he happens to be related to the promoter, I can tell right away, $1.50 is not believable as a credible champion, especially if he's going up against guys that weigh twice as much as him.
I'm
And he's still
6'7",
winning.
300 pounds. Like, I don't understand how the 150 people could beat us, being that I'm 300 pounds.
And that's part of the issue.
Yeah.
Is it realistic to expect that this guy that weighs 135 pounds can beat a 270-pound guy? Is it realistic? Unless he's a heel and cheats like crazy and has a stable behind him. Now that you can build up. But the thing is, how many people how many characters are you destroying along the way? How many guys are you burying?
You're laying waste.
And that's the word you use. How many guys are you burying to elevate this one talent who happens to be your brother-in-law?
Yep.
Or something like that.
And he's still not
You got to
over.
say, does it make sense? And that's where we go back to the booking meeting that I was talking about. I said, first of all, does it make sense?
No.
I mean, that sounds like a fun match and everything else, but how are you going to get there? From where we are today, how are you going to get to that end?
So you bring that up,
It's going
and
to take
that's
a
my
lot.
major that's one of my major complaints with the main brand company is everybody wants a payoff. They want this shit, that shit. It's story building. You don't want to blow your load too much,
Here's the thing. You can have guys that are the hope guys. I hope he wins. But if you've got somebody who is so good as a heel that, and he has to cheat, MJF, and he has to cheat all the time,
Wow!
and he has to cheat all the time. I mean, after a while, it gets a little old. I
It
mean,
does.
although he's
Yeah.
gotten creative in how he cheats, and
It's still
and
interesting.
he is talented, you know. But the thing is, you get some guys that are legitimately qualified to hold your belt. Do you want to keep it on this guy just to extend that story a little bit more? Or and the one thing that I totally disagree with and is setting up something to where if you lose, you'll never get a chance to hold the championship again.
I hate that
I-
shit.
Yeah, well, I can see you'll never get a chance to wrestle for the championship as long as I'm champion.
I'm holding it. Yeah.
I can buy that a lot more than I can buy you'll never in this company wrestle for the championship again because you've just
Cody Rhodes.
successfully you no you're just successful. Adam Cole, you've just successfully buried a guy who was entertaining.
Yeah.
But now he can't fulfill that dream. You know, you've got to have that goal out there. Everybody wants the championship.
I've said that for so many fucking years, dude. Like, seriously. Like, all these tag teams come on, bloop-a-doop-a-doop. You want the main champion. Like, that is the goal in any wrestling company.
All right. I have a fun question. I have a fun question for Tom.
Okay.
I'm gonna list 5 guys, and it's gonna be from all brands, and I want you to tell me yes or no if they are main, or I'm talking world title contenders.
Razor Ramon, yes.
No, stop.
Sorry.
Hold on. I'm gonna be, and these are all up and comers, but these are guys that are getting the push. But I want your opinion if you think they're going to one day be main event contention players. Okay?
Yeah.
Number 1, Braun Breaker.
He's too clumsy right now. He doesn't
Yeah.
have the skills. He doesn't have the technical skills to be believable because he ends up hurting himself more than he hurts other people.
Mm-hmm.
He's knocked himself out a number of times because he's not careful in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to be more careful. Once he gets that, because they rushed him up there
Yeah.
from NXT. They rushed him in there because he was big, he was fast, he had a gimmick.
Steiner.
He was better. He was better as a babyface than he was a heel, in my opinion.
Oh,
But,
I
but
agree.
the thing is, once he gets the skills and refines those, and he's more careful because I don't want guys hurt in the ring. Although
You got to
that's
be safe. You got to be.
you got to work safe.
It's the
there are guys that aren't going to
trustworthiness.
want to wrestle him. You know, I don't give a shit how much you're paying me. I'm not going to get a grade 3 concussion just to make him look good
Yeah.
because I'm not going to work for 6 months, and I'm not going to. And my downside guarantee is fine, but I want to work. So there at some point he needs to slow down one tick and be a little bit more careful.
He'd
Okay.
be more good as a methodical heel than this fast-paced, I'm going to bounce off the ring.
He can still be quick,
Yeah.
but he's got to be careful.
Yeah. I'll agree with that.
Number 2.
As a slow plodding heel, he wouldn't cut it.
Number
I mean,
2.
why? Because everybody's seen him fast.
Yeah.
Number 2. Number 2 option is kind of tasted a little bit of gold, but we do love the underdog story here at Tables, Ladders, and Chatter. Darby Allin.
Oh,
I love Darby, but he has probably no threshold of pain.
no.
He looks like he's never he like he's falling off of Mount Everest. Put it that way.
Yeah.
I mean, he could fall off of Mount Everest and then stand up. He's either not selling or
He's that good.
just has or he's that good. But the thing is, he needs to refine the skill set just a little bit. Coffin drop is fine. I love it.
Pretty crazy.
But the thing is, what at a $180, what else can he do?
Okay. And that's why, you know,
And
he is a favorite. He has held some gold. But is he a world champion contender?
He's held the world belt.
Yeah,
He has one. He has
just
one.
recently. Yeah.
He beat Max.
Yeah.
But the thing is, he worked every single night. Your champion doesn't necessarily have to work every single night. He needs to be visible every single night, but he doesn't necessarily have to work.
Hey.
Number
I know you
number
got shit to do.
Number 3, and this might be kind of, and I'm gonna go
Throw
back
those
to
ones up in the air.
So, side note, we have a
acknowledging.
we have a wonderful
acknowledging.
contest between all of us here at TLC Productions. It's called the Predictions Champion. So every month we predict on the pay-per-views of WWE. And currently, Jake has dethroned me of my title.
I've
he is
had
our
the
prediction.
longest.
Yes. But number 3, I have to mention. And I know it's going to be a hot take. I know it's going to be a personal opinion on him, and I think the world of him. I have to go Danhausen.
Danhausen.
Here's my take on Danhausen.
Okay.
First of all, WWE is doing much more with him than they did than AEW did, because they really did not know how to make him work.
Oh, side note, not to cut you off, I never said the one thing I wish they would have changed with Hausen. I never got to say it. I wish that when he did make his debut in Chicago, that it would not have been Pierce or Aldis releasing that box. It's in Chicago. I would have had Spenguli release him.
Okay.
Spenguli
Can't tell me that would have been the greatest thing ever.
I know who that
still
is.
alive?
Yeah. Yeah, Spenguli's still alive. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I love Spenguli.
But
I think that would have gave him a bigger pop.
He's the coffee break.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get intense, very intensive. I need a break.
He's the Danhausen.
He's the comic relief.
Mm-hmm.
And more people are starting to get him. And I mean, they did the exploding, disappearing act that never works.
Funny.
And
It's so good.
it is funny. But that's why he's there. Let's take a breath.
They'll do the exploding, disappearing act, and then show him running away from it.
And show him right away.
Makes it even better. Like, to me, that makes it
They
even better.
did such good with the B horror line of his character
Yes.
in WWE. Like, I just...
It's dumb, but it's great.
It's so perfect. I don't see him being WWE champion. That's not to shit on Danhausen,
but here's the thing: he doesn't
love
have to
Danhausen.
be.
Yeah.
No,
He
no,
doesn't
he's
need
so
to be.
over.
He doesn't need to be champion.
No,
No.
absolutely not.
In fact, it's better if he's not wrestling for championships.
Number 2.
Because that line's pretty long right now.
Oh,
I would like to see him win Intercontinental Champion. I think that would be okay, but
He's not
only if Dominic was champion.
yep.
Yeah. It would make it even better.
Huge Dominic mark right
If he
here,
ever
yeah.
went down to Mexico, It would. I mean,
Yeah.
They would
he would be so
explode.
over.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And the guys down there are having fun. I mean,
They're great.
Yeah.
they're
You
having
got
fun.
Damian Priest going over there, and I'm a big Priest fan.
Well,
I-
yeah, but the thing is, he's kind of he's struggling against Ron, against our
Yeah.
truth, because if you're trying to, when the uproar over truth being released,
Yeah, that was huge.
and then he fell in and wasn't really featured a lot, and it was just like, okay, he's back.
Now, Tom, I'm going to say this, and I've said this on past episodes, and I think you are the one special guest to understand this one. I firmly believe Damian Priest is the new Bryan Adams.
Crush.
Yep. He was a big man. He didn't get over in WWE. He got sent to WCW, part of the NWO. He was Bryan Adams. And I don't think we got to see the full extent of his capability. But if you look at it, Priest moves and acts like Crush or Bryan Adams.
I think that Priest is out of place right now. He needs a singles run
Bad.
because he was at his best when he was champion or fighting for the championship. He
Okay.
doesn't need Ron Killings to weigh him down. I
So
mean,
can I?
he's so frustrated right now every time Truth goes, veers off into the corner, and all of this Judgment Day, he's reforming Judgment Day and all of that.
I love
And-
Judgment Day, but so tired out. So tired out.
Well, they've tried to keep it fresh by losing people, and they've done okay with that. The clubhouse isn't there anymore, and I'm okay with that. But the girls have to solve their issues
Yeah.
because I mean everybody's waiting for that shoe to drop. Everybody's waiting for
The breakup.
for the breakup.
And it's been too long. It's a cuckold at this point.
Well,
I mean, but it is. It is. I'm sitting there fucking waiting. Like, I don't want the Judgment Day to break up essentially because I like them, but it's past its due date. Let's be honest here. It's way past its
You're
due
not
date.
wrong. You just put it in a terrible way.
That's a terminology.
Liv
That's
is
not-
just
Terminology.
Liv needs to lose the belt,
She'll lose it to
and
Io.
and then the three-way pointing of fingers. It's your fault because you didn't end my back. It's your fault because you
Yeah.
helped and screwed it up. It's your fault because
You
that's
weren't
where
there.
that needs to go.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're there, but they're not because there's no other shoe dropping.
I feel like this Danhausen curse thing will play into the breakup, but I don't like it. Danhausen should be doing his own thing. He doesn't need to be involved with Judgment Day, but I feel like this Liv Morgan curse
Yeah.
is kind of going to tear it up.
Now,
you know?
She's
I-
trying to rush through it too quickly.
I changed my
But I
lighting.
like her.
I changed my lighting to green because I have to put the green on for this next mention.
You're Seamus.
No,
Oh, okay.
Oh! Sorry.
how do we feel about Oba? Aha!
I'm really interested in his ability to do a promo.
Really?
I really didn't expect him to be that fluent in conversational English. I like where he's at right now. they confused people for a little bit because he won the King of the Ring, and now all of a sudden the I'll get to that later. The championship match. I'll get to that later.
I'm
I
pissed
want
off as shit, but
I-
I'm an Oba fan, so
I want Brock.
You're
now.
more than an Oba fan, but okay.
I
Do
don't
we
care about Brock, but
hold on?
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Now, Tom.
Brock needed to
I
come
do
back
want to
so
see
he
a
could
hell of
retire in
itself.
Minneapolis.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's gonna be the retirement. He's gonna
Yeah,
retire.
He
I
needed
want
to
to
come
see
back
an
to
hell of
retire in his
itself.
hometown.
I
And he
wanna
actually
see
doesn't live in Minneapolis anymore because he lives in Canada. He's a
Yeah, there's
Canadian
no
farmer.
attachment.
Oh,
what pisses me off?
Canada.
You know what pisses me
Are
off about
home
this
and
thing?
lose to
They shouldn't have
America.
had him win the King of the Ring. I'm sorry. If you're gonna fucking vacate it to fight Brock Lesnar, what's the point?
No, he
Yeah,
didn't
like
vacate
they
it.
honestly, they killed the King of the Ring. for that.
Hold on.
Yeah.
He didn't vacate it.
No,
he
he did
didn't
not.
say, I'm not going to fight for the championship. He said, I'm just not going to do it at SummerSlam. And what
Yeah.
I thought they were going to do is Brock the first night and Oba going for
You wanna know what?
championship the second
Our
night.
other host,
We thought about
Brad.
that.
Our other host, Brad. We call him the wise one. He's our wise one.
He is our wise one.
He
He's my
said
wise
the
one.
exact same thing.
And it still may happen.
No, you're not wrong.
It still could happen.
I just
Because you
The
don't want to
num-
drag that SummerSlam championship thing out too far past it.
I mean, let's be
because
honest
it will
here.
have an expiration date at some point.
There's a
but nobody
three-match
said it's
thing.
expired.
But you know what? There's a 3-match. There's the first match that makes the guy look good. There's the rubber match, and then there's the fucking end-all be-all. I get why they're going with that, but he won King of the fucking Ring. I want
But
to
he
see him
didn't.
fight. Like, yeah, I get it. He might fight Brock the first night, but you know what I mean? It's just.
Who would you? All right, let me ask you, Tommy.
Oh
If
boy.
Brock had the
If Oba buries Brock
Mhm.
and comes out unscathed, the next night, who's he wrestling for the championship?
I would think
Roman.
Punk.
Rollins
no.
is fighting Roman.
The only reason I don't agree with Roman because I feel like they would want to make that a main event match at like not a maybe a WrestleMania, but a Royal Rumble and all that kind of stuff because they got to build Oba.
No. Okay. Now, Tom and Tommy. So
Yeah.
Tom and Tommy. I'm gonna say my 2 reasons why, if they were to do that, Oba would go after Roman. Number 1, not really number 1, but number 2, Oba sat there at the press conference and said by the end of summer, Roman will get the Roman will get his.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1, the same thing with Cody is Roman has to start doing press conferences for Street Fighter.
Yeah.
So
Where do you see this title match ending up? I know where you're going. It won't be SummerSlam. Where do you think it ending up? If he's going against Roman, I'm saying Royal Rumble, brother.
No, it'd be SummerSlam because
No. Because Street Fighter comes. I'm not trying to shit on your thing. Street Fighter comes out the week after SummerSlam. Because I want to see Street Fighter. I'm gonna fucking be about that shit.
No.
But you know what I mean? Like,
I think if you want to assert Oba as the ultimate dominant force right now, you're gonna have him beat Roman.
what I think is they still need to play the long con because they did this with Ryback 3 months into his career.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, he big, heavy, cool guy. Fuck it. We all loved Ryback at the time, right? You know?
No,
No, you don't have to.
He was
Okay,
Skip
but
Sheffield.
But you
From
know what I mean?
NXT.
Okay, Tom,
Skip
Tom,
Sheffield
Tom,
from
Tom,
NXT.
Tom.
Oh,
That Hell in a Cell match in October after he beat up Mick Foley against CM Punk. Like, come on. He had his overness there. Like, even if you don't like him, over. You know, are they going to do the same thing to Oba? Like, that's my thing. Like, I don't want this big guy to be built up, and then he's getting power bombed by the fucking Shield every week. Like, Oba's the future. Ryback was the future. I don't care if you guys disagree. He was
I
the
think
future at the time.
I think, and you know what? I think Brock Lesnar said it best.
Yeah.
WWE has a history of fumbling the big guys.
Yes. And you
And
know me, I
Oba
love my little guys, but when a
is
big
that guy.
comes along, you know, I'm fucking about it.
I know that over in the lower right-hand corner, the Ryback Admiration Society is going nuts. But
Can I be side note? He is a
I
piece
really
of
don't
shit,
think he
though.
was ever that good. Ryback,
Okay.
I
You,
mean,
I agree with you. He wasn't that good, but when he was on that hot streak, that's when they should have pulled the trigger, like a one-time thing. You know what I mean?
yeah, but when he was in the middle of that, they were screwing a lot of things up.
Well, like the thing that pissed me off is how they did it. Brad Maddox giving him a low blow. Come on, you know.
I saw that last week.
It's stupid though.
Again.
You know what I mean? Like CM Punk could
Everything
take a
old is
fucking
new again.
chair. CM Punk could take a chair and smash in Ryback's head. I get it, but you got some fucking referee that hits him and stupid.
He just hit him in the wrong head. He hit him in the wrong head.
Pony Boy. Stupid booking. You can't deny that. Stupid
I won't say
fucking
that.
booking.
Hey, if that was the only thing that they got wrong in that era,
God bless.
then I could support your. But that's not the only thing they screwed up. They screwed a lot of things up during that time
That
because the
CM
wrong
Punk
guy
reign
had
of
the
terror.
pencil.
Yeah, like it was that whole CM Punk reign of terror. Like
the number
it was
one
good for CM. Hold on, it was good for CM Punk. Like it was a cool storyline, but they fucked so many people over with that one. You know when he held it for the 400 days, they fucks, and then The Rock wins it. You know, like.
I'm
Don't
gonna
get
say
me
this
started
next
on
one.
that one.
And this is my number one, and I really want your honest opinion on it. And I'm a big fan of this guy. The Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu.
I love Jacob.
There
Do you think he's going to be?
Well, now hang on for a minute because they're giving him some layers to his character.
Agree.
All right.
Agree.
He had to take the loss against Roman because that's the way they book Roman.
Yep.
But the thing is, he's sitting there waiting for his opportunity to just totally go apeshit nuts over the bloodline.
I love it.
Royce Keys isn't going to have a lot to do with it, but he could have had. I think they kind of wasted him too.
Hold on, time out. You think they've already ruined Royce Keys?
They buried him about 4 different times.
Wow.
I mean, when he was with Jacob, and if they could have carried that through, and kept him as part of it, you know, between Solo losing everybody in the MFT and Jacob losing to Roman, they kind of went off the tracks somewhat.
They missed the mark.
But it's still savable because Jacob is just randomly knocking people out right now.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever it suits him and he thinks and everybody thinks, oh, he's just doing this to please Roman. I don't think that's the case. I think he's doing it just because he likes to beat people up.
Yeah.
And eventually he's going to position himself in the right place to do some serious damage.
He's gonna get the shot
way up there.
Yeah. So,
But
Tom,
but
the main thing I want to ask,
they're taking
No.
their time with this, and
Sorry.
that's a good thing.
do
They're
you
taking their
do
time
you,
with it.
do you see him as champion one day?
Does he have to be?
No, but he's young. It gives prestige. No, I know what you're saying. He's an ass
Jacob's
kicker.
not
I
young.
wouldn't care if he didn't win the title, but he's kind of in that with being involved with Roman Reigns. He's in that picture. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's not out of the picture. He's not like a mid champion. He's a guy who's going for it. Like, you know how they fucked over Umaga several times? Do you see them doing the opposite with Jacob?
I think they know. They waited a long time to get him into the fold,
Yeah.
and I don't think they're going to do anything to screw that up.
No. It's
I
not
mean,
like Solo.
they may have some twists and turns along the way, and that's where a lot of wrestling fans are not patient.
I love that
when
shit, though.
when you
Dude.
when you devote your as much time as most wrestling fans do to the product, you've got to at some point you've got to be patient and let the story
Yeah,
follow through.
You can't have the immediate like
You can't-
gratification.
They
You
used
gotta
to shotgun all of these. They used to shotgun all of these, storylines,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
they're sitting there with with two thumbs up their ass, going, how do I walk
Well,
on my elbows?
You know, not to shit on Mick Foley, but they did that with him. Like, he wins on a random Raw, the WWE champion. What the fuck are we going to do with him? You know, like...
Mick was so durable, though.
He deserved it.
He deserved the championship, but the thing is, he didn't have to have the championship.
No,
he
no,
was
exactly.
still a prominent character and was very flexible, could work with a lot of guys.
Well,
And that's
Mick
one
Foley
thing-
comes out, you cheer. That he
But
doesn't
that's
need a
that's one
champion.
thing you have to look.
You hit
How
a
many
car crash, you go nuts.
when you're looking at guys like
Not in real life.
like a Jacob.
Well,
How many different guys can he work with and be durable and credible?
Oh, so many. He's
Absolutely, and that's
yeah.
why I'm saying you've got to be patient with Jacob. Don't worry about the next 3 weeks.
I'm
Worry
not-
about the next 12 months.
so the thing is
let's
I'm
see how
not
creative
worried
they
about
can
him
be.
being champion. I just don't want to do Umaga stuff.
You don't want him
You know-
buried either, and I absolutely you don't want him, and you don't want him buried.
No, not at all.
And I absolutely
special
agree with
talent.
that because he
Yeah.
has so much that he's going to be able to do
yeah.
coming up. But once again, that's where I have to say, you got to be patient. You don't know
I
where
am patient.
but you don't know where.
But I get it.
What's
Yeah.
the last thing that you're going to remember about Jacob Fatu when the story is told?
Personally,
That's a good
Yeah.
point. That's
it's his intensity.
shit.
It's his believability.
It's the
Yeah.
same thing with Umaga, though, is what I'm saying, and I'm not trying
I
to
don't
relate him
think.
'cause-
Well, okay, I'm going to say this
Well,
right
Jacob
now.
Yeah, but
doesn't wanna
Iki
copy
was
Umaga.
Iki was. Iki was tired of being in Yokozuna's shadow too.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
All right?
Absolutely.
You got to remember that's a Samoan family story that
That's a
didn't
big
really
fucking
go well.
shoes to fill.
It's like Beauty and
it
the
took
Beast. It's like the
people
tale
to
as old
fill
as
it.
time at that point.
Umaga had such great fluidity in the ring. He really did. He wasn't bulky and clumsy.
Liquor
He could
wrestling.
do things that a lot of guys couldn't do in the ring.
I think Umaga had one of the best Samoan drops you've ever
He
seen.
should have been a champion. I'm sorry. He should have been.
He was an IC champion.
WWE main
Okay.
title champion. He
Okay.
deserved that shit.
I think he unfortunately his life was cut short and he did not
Yep.
reach his potential. That
Yep.
will be fair with that one.
I 100%.
Well, real quick, so we are coming across we're coming up on the 3-hour mark.
which we never do.
Which we
No.
this is the second time in 4 years we have ever gone almost 3 hours.
I've
But
had so
we are
much
definitely
fun.
going to come back in August. We're having a comeback in August.
Yep.
Me and Tommy Guns are now members of the CAC, which means
Fuck yeah.
you will see our ugly mugs next year in Vegas.
Yeah.
Can
along with a
I
couple
say
other-
one thing before you go on?
Yep.
We should share a link to the Cauliflower Alley. You guys
Do
should
it.
all sign
Yeah.
up just for
Yeah.
the specific. If you love wrestling, show some support.
When,
I mean-
when this podcast ends, post it on the page.
I will
Yeah,
absolutely.
like
I
when-
followed him.
Like when Jim
Same,
Ross stood there at the dais in Cauliflower Alley Club, says, if you are a member, good. If you're a wrestler and in this business and you're not a member, why?
Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel about it.
I'm extremely excited
You're
about
making
that.
so much. You're making money off of this, and you can't tell me you can't
You
afford
can't
it.
spend $40 a month
Well,
besides
it's
the
not,
literally what it is.
410.
it's not just that.
Yeah.
The annual membership is
410.
no that's the lifetime membership.
I got
Which
that.
I am now. I did that one.
And,
I got that
but,
one.
But even if you do an annual membership at $35 or $40.
It's not bad.
If you're in the business and you haven't made $40 in the year, get the hell out.
Yeah, exactly. I fucking agree, dude.
Get
Like,
out of the
no.
business. Because you're
You're
not
in
doing
the
anybody
business,
any
pay your
favors if you
fucking
can't make
dues.
$40 in a year.
The
I'm gonna make-
annual. Well, I'm going
I'm
to say
gonna
this
make-
right now. The annual is $36.23.
That
Yeah,
ain't
exactly.
shit.
That's just
$3
one less
a
night
month.
of drinking you have.
$3 a month.
Yeah.
You
I
drink
spend
more than $3
$4
a beer a
drinking
night.
year.
That's
And
one
it's really
podcast.
funny because a lot of Tom and Tommy were talking. I went on and I made sure I followed the page and the
Oh, yeah.
podcast Facebook followed the page.
Yeah.
We have like over 50 mutual friends at this point. And again, the fact that I didn't know about this makes me feel bad. Like it makes me think, what type of wrestling fan am I at this point in the game?
It's weird that
But-
you have
but-
not heard of
I have not.
Cauliflower Alley, though.
It's
I've
not
heard
that
about
you
them
hadn't
so
heard
much.
about it. It's not that you hadn't heard about it. It just it was never relevant.
It's
Yeah,
kind of
And
like
now it is.
yeah, I agree.
And now it
it's
is.
kind of like the the St. Louis Independent Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I had
Also-
never heard of it. We got messaged about it,
But it's so
and you want to know what? This is one of the and me and Tom, we've been doing this for 4 years. Jake just has recently come on in the past year, and I speak on behalf of me and Tom and our producer, my older brother Edward or Eddie. This is the most fun we have had. And
I was
granted, we
bragging
love
about it.
all of our guests. We love all the guests that come on from present independent wrestlers now. But again, I said it before
love
and I'll say it again. We get to hear the stories. We get to hear the trials and the tribulations. We get to hear of what was to now, and we get to enjoy it because of you guys and because
Well,
of you
we're
women.
young guys, like at the end of the day, so it's so fucking interesting. I'm not
I
like
love
I'm
it.
sitting here enthralled. Sorry,
If
I
you-
didn't mean to
love it.
interrupt you, but
Two things, and I know we need to wrap it up. The 19th of January in St. Louis, the St. Louis Independent Wrestling Hall of Fame,
fuck yeah.
class of 2026 is going to be inducted. If you don't know, you should know. There's a link on my page for the Independent St. Louis Wrestling Hall of Fame. And Big Jim was here earlier. He's the president of the Hall of Fame. I've got to get the plug in. Saturday night before, a bunch of us are going to be appearing at the Cottage Hills Wrestling Association show.
Oh, that's cool.
We're bringing
Okay.
gimmicks with us.
Oh,
And I just had, the tuxedo picture. I just had some of those printed up today. Thank you, Walgreens. But I'm gonna sell those. I'm gonna sell those for $3 and $1, and I'll autograph it, and $1 of it goes to CAC.
Fuck yeah.
Always.
Fuck yeah.
I will get your information. I will definitely send you money, and we will swap information. I will buy one because
Tom, will you hit me
Well,
with a
now
light
they're not
tube?
8x10s. They're
I don't
4x6s, but
that's fine.
they look damn good. I got it.
Damn good. I like how he said that.
Yeah,
Okay.
he knows.
I gotta
He knows.
ask Tom a side
I'll tell
note.
you what. I haven't had gimmick pictures in about 15 years, and I wanted to do this because the weekend was going to be so much fun.
I bet
we're
you
going to
look
have
better
fun.
than ever because you do.
We're doing
already.
it at Andres Banquet Center in Limy, in South St. Louis. We're going to start at 12:30. There's going to be a podcast and a stream going. I know that Luke is going to put that on the webpage.
Speaking of Luke, not to cut you off. Speaking of Luke, how did the interview go?
Yes, look.
Still going, in all caps. Wow.
Yeah, well, tell him I talked about Billy Bob too much.
Tom,
I
so side note, when I come down in April area, if you're around, and let's get you on RPW if we can, will you hit me with a light tube?
I'm sorry, I got into
I want
You
you,
want
to
me to
hit
come
me
to
with
Joplin?
a light tube.
or you want me to come to Joliet?
Yeah, and hit me with a light
Wow.
tube. If you ask Ponyboy and Cowboy Jake, I'm
I'll
obsessed
take one.
with this idea.
Me and him are already friends on both platforms,
Yeah.
so y'all are slacking.
I
I'll
just
take
want
a
to
shot.
get hit with a light tube. I want somebody to be like, hey, Tom,
Yeah.
fuck you, light tube. Like,
No,
But
we're
you
not going
wanna
to
know
talk
what-
about the women that I've been in wrestling with.
will they hit me with the light tube? I'll take
No,
it.
they won't.
I'll
Yeah,
take
but
them out on a date
There's a couple
afterwards.
of
I'll
them
be
you
like,
wouldn't want them to anymore.
Tom,
You don't know Tommy
I'll
like
take
I
them
do.
on a date
No.
afterwards to Red Lobster.
Sonny has not aged well.
I don't.
I've
I'm not
seen
going to have
recent pictures of her.
She's in
So what
jail.
you're saying?
I
What
would
you're
not
saying
tap
is
that
the sun
cage
went
for her.
down on that one. The sun went
I-
down on that
I
one.
would
tell you
take
what,
Sonny to
Life
a
has
fucking
not been
Baker
kind
Square.
to her.
You know,
the
okay,
talk of her
okay.
alcoholism is not understated.
I would not like any of that, but if she was like, hey, do you want to go to a Baker Square at 2 a.m.? I'd go to 2 a.m. fucking Baker Square with fucking Sonny. I
know
wanna
what
try
Baker
to-
Square is.
Baker Square, it's something up in Illinois. It's,
Oh, okay.
You're not missing nothing.
It's love. No, fuck you.
Hey, I grew up in Illinois.
Hey, you're not
Did
missing
you like
much.
Baker Square? Because I think it's a shit, personally.
I
So-
grew up in a town called Collinsville,
I know where it's up.
Illinois,
Yep. We know.
and Collinsville is also the home of Luke Roberts. He moved there.
He moved it.
He moved there because he's working. in
I just
Illinois.
told him we're having you back on in August for a review of the Hall of Fame ceremony, and I got one of these.
Yeah, and
So-
I'm doing that for the British podcast too. They said we did 2 hours, and the great thing about it was 8:00 our time. It was 2:00 in the morning
Yeah. Oh.
when we
Wait,
start, or four. It was 3:00 in the morning when we started over there. And he says this is the first podcast I've ever done where it was dark when we started and the sun came up when we finished.
Fuck yeah. My sun's setting right now. That's funny.
I've been outside the entire time. so-
Yeah, we have
I
seen.
know. You can just almost not see
I
you.
love it.
Tom, what is
guys,
the
I got
British
the outside lights out.
podcast
That's all I
name?
got now.
So
What
we're
is
doing.
the British podcast name?
We'll give him a plug.
No, I'm going to fight him. But
Oh. Well, we won the first war.
Yeah, exactly. And then we won.
It's still 4th of July, baby.
All right, I've got it. I've got
All right,
it.
hold on.
I
Here we
gotta
go.
see. I need my damn glasses. The Nerdic Pro podcast.
Nerdic Pro.
Nerdic
N-
Pro.
I'm calling
N-
you out right now. I'm calling you out.
NERDIC, Nerdic Pro podcast.
Oh, that's
Okay, I'm
overseas
calling it out
warfare.
right now. Nerdic Pro, you get at us. And
Oh my God.
oh, we need a competition. Okay, Nerdic Pro, we'll figure this out. It's us versus you. America
Oh, God.
versus Britain. You know
Well,
what? You want to chug
and the
our
guy that does
ranch?
the podcast is a great guy, and he
Oh, I'm sure
speaks
he's
like
wonderful.
most Brits. He kind of mumbles and talks real low. But
is he Cockney or is he regular Brit?
no, he's regular British.
Okay.
He look cold.
So you can't.
Government
You can
takes the
understand it
flag.
actually.
I'm looking at all these. I originally had you on next week.
Yep.
On my original list, and he bumped me up to the 7th. So
You're
I
a
guess
busy
I'm
man.
doing. I guess
Tom, all
I'm doing
those
around the
podcasts
ropes
you were
next
on?
week. But
All
anyway,
those podcasts you were on, I
Yeah.
challenged them because we're the best. I mean, through and through. Like,
I'll
oh
tell you
man,
what,
I'm from the UK.
I have enjoyed this immensely.
Well, drink them all.
Unfortunately, I have to work at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
No, you don't.
So we're gonna end this, but what I do like to have,
Our longest podcast ever, I think.
it is. But
No.
I like to
It is the
have.
longest I've done. So
And
you
we're
gotta
gonna
make
do
it
British.
a little longer.
Sorry.
I do. It's something I like to have.
It's
I do
what
like
you
to
think
have
about
our
the British?
special guests. I like to have our special guests close out the show, and
Okay.
it can be anything from wisdom to
Cutting
your
a promo.
thoughts, cutting a promo. But we do have a lot of people that watch that are wrestling fans who want to get into wrestling, who just love wrestling as an integrity and an entirety.
Yep.
So if you, sir, could drop some fortune cookie knowledge to the Chatterhead Nation, the floor is yours.
I mean, he's gonna say fuck the British at first. I'm just gonna.
Okay, you're going in timeout.
No.
Tom's in timeout.
Yeah,
America.
okay. We probably should have done that earlier. No, that's going to piss him off. All right. Anyway, I've never trusted many people named Tommy, and then
Yeah.
I realized that's my first name too. So we'll get through it.
Tom, we have a kinship. I don't, there's not many Toms I like.
Are you taking medicine for it? You said
Tomness? Oh shit! Like,
All right.
let's not go into that. Hey,
All right. Well, let's wrap this up in the only way that we can. I know that anybody who hung around for the almost 3 hours have to love wrestling.
oh hell yeah!
I need you to understand one thing. If you're going to devote your heart and your soul to something that entertains you, make sure that it entertains you. Do not tolerate substandard sports entertainment. You waste your time, you validate them, and neither one of those things is good. I have given my heart, my soul, and most of my life to sports entertainment, either the roller derby or professional wrestling. I have met so many people in my lifetime that have told me, you're not bad. And that is a validation that I will hold on to, because I know they've seen bad. I know they've seen good. And if I'm not bad, that's pretty good.
That is
So
fucking amazing.
take the time to allow yourself to be judgmental. If you like it, invest everything you can in it. If you can't stand it, they're either doing a very good job of pissing you off or you need to go forward with something else. But in any case, I have never considered a minute that I have spent in this business as a waste of time, because I have learned something every single time I step in the ring. I have learned something every single time I go back into the dressing room and somebody has asked me, "What do you think?" Because they expect me to tell them the truth. And I will tell them the truth. If it was the drizzling shits, I'm going to tell them how they can improve their craft. I'm not going to dismiss them and say, don't ever get in the ring again, because anybody
Absolutely
that
not.
cares about it as much as I do and as much as they do know that it's worth investing a little bit more time, learning a little bit more, and being just that much better every time I step in the ring. I did that as a referee. I did that the one match that I wrestled under two masks because they thought I was too ugly just to have one mask. They figured some ugly would leak out. And I have learned every time I've gotten into the microphone in that ring and done a ring announcement, if you have no other desire than to watch me get my ass beat, I offer you this. There are 3 videos on YouTube.
Oh,
They are, the first one is called Ref Tom Gets Killed.
Oh shit! I'm putting that on tab right now.
The first match I ever worked for Mississippi Valley Wrestling Alliance. Not the whole match, but the part that I get killed in. There is Ref Tom gets killed 2 and Ref Tom gets killed 3. So if
So
I've
can
only
I
gotten
share this
killed
on the
3,
Facebook?
so if
Hannah's still with us. Hannah's
No.
still with us.
Hannah, I love you. I'm glad you're still up. I don't know where you live, so it may
She's
not
up
be a
this
big
way.
deal.
She's up this way. It's
Well, I was
about
going to say, if she was in
I see
in
it.
California, it wouldn't be a big deal. But now that she's in the Midwest, it's a big deal.
I'm
But
in
Ref Tom
Montana.
gets killed. Ref Tom gets killed 2, and Ref Tom gets killed 3. I think you will enjoy watching me get my ass handed to me, not as a wrestler necessarily, but as a referee, a ring announcer,
Oh, there it is.
and a lot of other stuff that I've done in this business. The people that have allowed me to step into their ring, I have nothing but admiration for them and for their good judgment, because I didn't do a bad job when I was in the ring. I tried to help everybody I could, but God, it felt good being DDT'd by the beast when I got my goatee shaved off. And I have just enjoyed my life. I want to continue it for a long time. I've still got a few stories to create and a few stories to tell.
that'll
And
be
we'll
your
do
part.
that next time
Dose.
we get together here
Yes.
on Tables, Ladders, and Chatter. All you
Thank you.
chatterheads out there, if you enjoyed it, like it, pass it on, send the link to anybody you love. And if there's somebody you want to give insomnia to, send it along to them as well.
Yeah. That's what I listen to our podcast and I work nights and I'm like, I hate my voice. But everything else is great about it.
So, ladies and
That's why I don't
gentlemen,
watch 'em.
Cheddarhead Nation. Once again, we want to thank the Independent St. Louis Wrestling Hall of Fame. We want to thank Luke Roberts. We want to thank everybody who has stayed and watched this episode with us. We want to send a massive shout out and thank you to Tom Simon for hanging out with us tonight.
Woo!
We've had an
Everybody real quick.
absolute blast.
Mr. Tom, thank you for your service, sir.
Thank you
Yeah,
for your
thank
service.
you!
Absolutely. Ladies and
I
gentlemen,
gotta cheer.
this has been the Midweek Meltdown with Tom Simon. Stay tuned for part 2 coming in August. And until next time, I am the Pony Boy with Cowboy Jake, Tommy Guns. Y'all stay golden. Till next time.
Wait.
Oh,
And
shit.
the beautiful, the great,
Hey.
the awesome Tom Simon.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's your Chatterhead Nation.